of bootlicker, and I just like
Nobody
and I
said that.
just love racist people, and I'll do
You
what
can do what you
racist
want
people
to do.
say. No. It's because I'm not mentally a mental midget and stupid, and I'm not gonna put myself in situations that could get me hurt. And I land a plane.
Okay,
Okay,
pussy.
let me read it.
It's
Hold
my-
on. Thank you. Conversation with MJ with the 10 bar. All right, I'm done. LOL. Got a show to do. Make sure everybody that knows where her channel is, drop the link for the beautiful conversation with MJ. We got 213 people watching. Make sure we all send them to the right spot. Conversation with MJ with the 10 eyes. All right, I'm done. LOL. I got a show to do. For while a police command and a police request are dramatically different in terms of legal weight, the distinction on the ground may not always be clear cut.
There you go.
Kulu Live streaming with the $10. I can tell that if boys like Shadow, the Emperor, and America First Rifleman existed back before America was founded, they would still be living under the king. Take me to the king.
Okay, this is where we're going.
I'm not done. Hold on. They would call our founders who went against the kings law traitors.
Isn't it ironic that he said this about literally the criminal on the panel?
It's a good thing. It's a good thing these black men didn't have any say.
Well, it's funny because he hates the founder fathers because they're white.
Is it my turn, Sharon? I think wasn't I next? Because
okay, so we're gonna go Bon Cherry then Omni. We're gonna Bon Cherry Omni go. We're gonna go Bon Cherry Omni go. Okay, Bon Cherry Omni go Shadow.
Okay, good. Because I'm listening, right? I'm listening, and it seems like a lot of these men don't know what they're talking about. Now I'm gonna ask a question, but I don't want you to answer it now. When it's your turn, you can answer it. Is a traffic infraction a crime? I'm gonna give you a hint. It's not, right? It's not. I just want you to know it. So even if she was committing a traffic violation, that is not a crime, right? You get out of that by paying money. But let's go back. Uda said something. When he was reading, he was right. But when he added that little tad bit at the end, that's what he added. So he said that police don't have to explain what your crime is. And that is correct. But they do have to, like when you get stopped, let's say a traffic violation, and he walks up to you, he asks you, did you know you were speeding? He's basically telling you what he stopped you for, because that's what they have to do. They can't just stop you and then tell you to sit there while they go in their car. They walk up and they let you know, I clocked you speeding, or you was going too slow, or you was changing lanes incorrectly. So what I am saying is that y'all don't know the law. And then y'all seem to be against y'all own rights, which I'm okay with. Do your thing, right? We're not telling you what to do, but we have rights in this country. So they can't just, anybody can't just walk up. First of all, did y'all know these people are walking around with masks on, in cars unmarked? They don't have badges. They have guns. There are people ended up missing by listening to these people who think they're ICE, but they may not be ICE. So I'm just saying, like, what y'all are saying is more dangerous than what those of us who love this country. We love this country. We love the Constitution. We love that we have rights. And that's, I'm going to land it there and let y'all, it is. And anybody who wants to debate me, right, on the facts of rights, the Constitution, then let me know, because I think it'll be fun. But I'm going to eat you alive, though. Go ahead.
Well said, Bob.
Shout out to
Great job.
Shout out to the facts of rights. The facts of right. You can take the good, take the bad. That's the facts of rights. The facts of rights. Hold on. We also got Phil James with the 499. It's a felony to impede federal officers, not a traffic violation. Go ahead. I'm the etc.
So I'm so glad that exact super chat popped up right when it was my turn, because the gaslighting has got to stop. When we say, did she deserve to lose her life because she was obstructing traffic, as though the situation didn't escalate and progress past that point throughout the entirety of all of the videos. So the initial point was her obstructing traffic. Then it proceeded to her disobeying several lawful orders. Then it proceeded to attempted vehicular homicide. And I'm going to explain the attempted vehicular homicide. So when the law enforcement agent arrived on scene, the ICE agent arrived on scene, told her several times to get out of the car because she was obstructing. All right. Her wife decides to provocate and go and attempt to go the officers into a confrontation. So it goes from being non-compliant to confrontational when you say, "Come at me, big boy." Mm-hmm. The same woman that said, "Come at me, big boy," told her wife while the officer was positioned directly in front of the vehicle to drive. Not drive away, but drive. So the person that was just being confrontational and provocative, while she sees me in front of the vehicle, tells her wife to step on the gas. Yeah, as soon as I hear the tire screeches, I'm not looking down at. As soon as I hear the tire screeching, I'm not looking down at the tire to see what direction the vehicle's going. I'm standing in front of the car, and as I said before, the officer was very sparing by only letting loose 3 rounds, because if it was me, I would have let loose the whole clip. The whole clip would have rolled until I was clicking.
Damn.
Yeah, I got you, bro. That's what he did.
Well,
That's cold.
This is the second time I've seen somebody say "drive, baby, drive." Was that a recent saying that came up in this case or something like that?
Never heard no stupid stuff like that.
You got to watch the video and listen to what she said.
She said "drive, baby, drive," but right before what I'm saying, the determining factor, right, of it going from
wife said that to the driver, "drive, baby, drive."
Drive, baby, drive. That's what she said. After, but here's the specific caveat. After the person that gave the directive to drive, baby, drive, was already being confrontational with me, saying, "You want to come at me, big boy." Mm. She said, "You want to come at me, big boy," as though she was ready to fight me. So I'm supposed to believe that the person that said "drive, baby, drive," while I'm standing in front of the vehicle, right after you were trying to goad me into a fight, has my best interest at heart and doesn't want to see me underneath the vehicle and doesn't want to see me ran over.
Did she fight him?
Judge
Did she fight him?
Bracey.
Did she touch him?
Bracey.
Did she do anything to him? I don't think so. She just said,
I want to ask
you.
She said,
Like, y'all are
drive,
ridiculous.
baby. She said, "Drive, baby,
You want to talk about gaslighting? First of all, I wish you guys would stop using that word, because you don't even know what the word means.
I wish you would stop interrupting people when you ask to not be interrupted.
Someone doesn't agree with you and ask a question does not mean that you're being gaslit. Y'all don't even know what that word means. You sound dumb when you keep saying it. You sound dumb now. You can wish all you want. That lady wishes she could still have her life.
That you would show the same decorum that you asked for, but you're incapable of doing so.
Okay, well then stop asking me to do it then.
I'm not. What I'm saying is that that's what
another dumb thing.
That's what
asking somebody to do something they're incapable
of. That is what you requested.
Dumb. That's really dumb.
That is what you requested, but you're incapable of doing
it. She wild.
All right, man.
So no, I want to ask the people with a brain, what did I say wrong in that entire setup? What was inconsistent?
Okay,
nothing.
Anybody? Okay,
now you could.
Anybody want to challenge what Omni said?
I just wanted to add some evidence to the case, Judge Bracey, real quick. It's gonna help.
Okay.
There's an angle.
Anybody got an opposition to what Omni said?
I do. Yes.
Okay.
I also have one question.
Yeah, because the woman. Oh, I'm sorry. You want to say something, Sharon?
I know you and Black both have some clarifying things that y'all want to say. So
okay, yeah. So my opposition is the fact, just like what my verbal said, just because first of all, the one who y'all saying are instigating isn't the one who was killed. We're gonna be clear on that. Okay. But the woman saying you want to do something to me, big boy, that doesn't mean she want to fight. Well, like she didn't put up a duke, she didn't say put up, she didn't go and touch him or nothing. She had a
She
phone
said you want
out.
to come at me.
Yeah, and she asked him, do you want to come at me? Because he was already acting a certain way, right? He was the one going around their car, and the lady in the car, she said, oh, well, you could get my license plate. I'm okay with that. She said, my license plate not going to change. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. That don't sound like they was making threats to fight. So you men are just really more into shit
that was
not there.
which one took first?
And also,
which one took first?
Both of them. Hold on, Omni. So remember what Bomb said. Go ahead, Black. Black had a question as well, so this way you can answer both.
All right.
I didn't hear the part where she said the drive, baby, drive. So if someone could find the timestamp for me, I would very much appreciate. That's what I want to know, because you're making the claims. A lot of things that keep coming out, new details every 5 seconds that I didn't see in the video. So if someone did say it, especially if the woman who was outside of the car said it, I'd like to see the part of the video where it was said.
Okay.
I
get Omni.
So every man on this panel knows that if I say come at me, bro, or you want to come at me. Okay, thank you, gentlemen. Anyway, those are what we call fighting words. I want to get confrontational with you. So from that point, it's a hostile situation. And then the moment that I'm standing in front of the vehicle, you tell your wife, you direct your wife to drive, I'm not looking down at the wheel. I'm assuming that you want to run me over with the car. Anybody with a brain?
I just want to know
what is you talking about?
I just want to know real quick, fam. I've been in the military, and I'm pretty sure you have some kind of like military or some kind of skill set around that, or at least common sense. You all said y'all got common sense. Who stands in front of a running vehicle?
The person that gave the lawful order several times for the individual driving the vehicle to get out.
He didn't say a word. That man who was standing in front of the car didn't say a word. Who stands in front of a vehicle? That's what I want to know. Who stands in front of a moving vehicle or running vehicle, not expecting to be hit or putting themselves in danger and don't think they're not going to be in danger?
Answer that.
Who does that?
Like, because at some point it does. It is gaslighting, and I know the definition of gaslighting. Okay. Quit playing, fam. At some point, put the video up and start from the beginning and show me where an officer is in front of that car before she moves it. You can't. You cannot show me him in front of that car before she moves it. That is your issue with the argument you're making.
So he walked around the car one time. What was he? Why did he cut in front of the car the second time? It's cool, bro. Next person. Y'all got it. Y'all got it, bro. You got it, bro. I'm not about to argue with you on things I already seen. You gonna make it seem like I'm crazy. Nah, go ahead.
Judge Bracey, I want to move to the motion of premeditated murder. Premeditated attempted murder. I wanna charge her.
So before we move there, it seems like Shadow wanted to answer a question. Go ahead, Shadow.
So I'd like us to stop the BS. So first and foremost, Taz literally is explaining something that happened that we all saw on camera. Yes. I don't know why we're pretending, and I don't know why we're pretending we don't know what the word gaslighting actually means. Mm-hmm. I think people are mistaking the fact that this lady died, and a lot of us are seeing why she died, with the fact that we're not okay with the fact that she lost her life. But you still have to remember she lost her life. She lost her life based on what she was doing. She made some very specific choices. And hold on, now I'm gonna do this. So here are a list of crimes in the order that she committed them and why she was being lawfully stopped and detained. Number one, assault, and this is not the person who got shot. This is her wife. She threw something at the officer. When you attempt to throw something at an officer, that is literally considered attempted assault of a federal officer.
That's not true. And why are we talking about what the wife did? Talk about the
I'm not yet.
But
two. When two officers from the truck started walking up, she had through her vehicle into reverse and backed up, right? That became resisting arrest because they told her to get out the vehicle and she rejected it. Literal legal definition, that is resisting arrest. 2, reckless endangerment. When she went from reverse to drive with someone present, someone was present in the front of her vehicle, therefore she now is entering reckless endangerment because when she redlined and her tire squealed, regardless of who was there, whether it was a cop or a civilian, it would have been considered reckless endangerment because she could have hurt someone immediately after with her vehicle.
Is that 3?
And
How many?
That's number 3.
All
And number 4.
Everything he said is incorrect, y'all. But go ahead.
Hold on. I'm backing him up. I'm gonna charge
I'll leave it. Bomb, if you really believe that, I'll bring up the elements of each of these and prove it. Like I know how to do that.
Okay,
but,
good.
Number 4.
Wait, number 4 is
attempted
assault with a deadly weapon because, again, the reason why it's attempted assault is even if she did not have the actual intent to hit, because her vehicle that she was using hit him specifically, whether it hit him hard, hit him soft, or hit him anywhere in between.
Remember, you said that he hit the car, not over here. You're making a different claim.
Keep going, bro. Keep going. Keep going, bro. Any more? Because I'm gonna add one at the end.
Yesterday, he's not gonna admit. Yesterday, he said something different than he said.
That's 4 charges. That's 4 charges.
Wait, that's the first thing I admitted today. So hold on. But there's
admitted that over there.
There are things that have happened today that you weren't present for, Bomb. But also, when all three officers when the first officer came up, it was literally considered at that point an investigatory stop because that's why he has his camera and he's actually going around the vehicle and had not said a single word.
That is
he didn't say he did not say a word to her the entire time he walked around the vehicle.
Exactly.
Go back to the laws. How many other laws did she break?
Hold on. Investigatory stop. Therefore, again, if she felt she could have left, she would have been able to leave. But she didn't try to leave until an officer had told her to get out of the fucking vehicle, and he grabbed the handle of her vehicle. She then hit the gas, intentional move to go in reverse.
Yeah, so she wouldn't hit him, right? Because she would have straight to hit him.
And actually, y'all ignoring the guy whose hand was already on the car. Because again, you're ignoring that. His hand was already on now a moving vehicle.
Yeah,
she went and hold on.
Is that her fault or his fault that he touched the moving vehicle?
Wait a minute. This was a lawful detainment at this point because an investigatory was going on and she was told to step out of the vehicle. She made the choice to not. And then because she made the choice not to, everything that followed was a consequence of her refusing a direct order.
I want to charge her with premeditated attempted murder.
Wait, here's the reason why. Here's the reason why it's not attempted murder. Because
premeditated.
Murder has very specific elements that she would never have qualified for. But attempted aggravated assault is different because she had something that would be considered in any other context aggravated assault. That's why when everybody says she attempted to kill him, he felt like his life was in danger. He doesn't have to feel his life is in danger. He has to feel like he is in imminent harm. Everybody keeps ignoring that. The requirement for him to pull his weapon is the imminent harm standard. And the imminent harm standard is
again, situational awareness, my nigga.
The next person you say is false, post it in the back chat. I'm gonna post everything I'm saying right now to prove it. Do the same. Prove me wrong. I'm ready for this.
So the reason why I say it's premeditated is because she moved away to Canada after the election when Trump won. She moved out of the country. right?
Okay.
So, okay, no, here's one thing though. If you started a whole new life in Canada, why aren't you getting stuff together? Now, if you're coming back here to protest or whatever,
Man,
right? You're actively hold on. You're actively making choices. You're actively making choices that will possibly put you in harm's way because you know protests can turn into riots real easy. All you gotta do is throw a brick.
We don't know that. Lots of protests don't turn into
that's
riots.
premeditated murder. Why she made premeditated? Hold on, she made premeditated just be somewhere. She did premeditated murder requires you to have the intent to kill. Hold on, I know what you're getting at, but hear me out. She even
went to a group to get their location. That's how she pulled up on them.
Because she's a protester.
But again, you have to understand.
Premeditated.
Premeditated murder.
It's attempted. It's attempted.
Yes, it's attempted to protest.
Hold on. All right, hold on. So it cannot. It's okay. It cannot be premeditated murder because that means she'd have to murder somebody. That's number one.
Well, no, I said attempted murder because she attempted to go to this place knowingly what she could get into, and she proceeded to do what she did. So, I think that's premeditated.
Premeditated murder.
Hold on, y'all. So I don't.
If that Will hadn't skipped on the ice, he would have got under that car before he pulled his weapon.
So the only thing is
you're overstepping. Hold on.
Hold on, please. The only
evidence is overwhelming.
We cannot prove that she was attempting to delete the officer with her car. We can say that she was trying to hit him,
allegedly.
But we cannot, even if we could prove that she had intent on hitting him, we cannot say that she was trying to kill him.
That's what we're trying to figure out right now.
No, that's what I'm saying. We could
if the intent is there, because she knew what she was doing when she went to that location.
Right. We could literally say that her intent, she did not go there to delete an officer. We could.
Okay, but the evidence I wanted to bring in was on the back of her car. There was these stickers on the windshield. One was an anarchist system. The sticker. The other one was I like my ice crushed. She had all these mean little things on her sticker cards and shit. If you look at this,
expression is a crime now.
If you look at the symbolization here, there was mental person behind this wheel. She was already endangering lives. She tripped.
Wait, hold on.
So what you're trying to say is no one can express themselves in the United States.
You can't
put what you want to express yourself no more. You can't express yourself in the United States. We're taking away the First Amendment.
Pull it up. Judge Bracy, pull up the evidence.
Hold on. I'm gonna bring it. Omni, what do you think about the Emperor's argument right now?
It's terrible. It's terrible. That works in civil trial. Like civil trials, they consider stuff like that.
Well, this is civil court.
This is going to be a criminal investigation because they're going to determine whether or not her unaliving was lawful and protected or whatever.
And that's why we're reading the laws. But right now, this is civil between us. We're just trying to judge Bracy.
We're dealing with a criminal. We're dealing with a potentially criminal situation.
Right.
So yeah,
she broke a lot of laws.
I'm trying to tell you the direction that the defense is likely going to go in order to get the guy off, and it's a sound argument that he didn't have time to look down at the tire to see which direction it was going. The wife was being confrontational, and directly after she was being confrontational, she directed the driver to drive while the officer was standing in front of the vehicle.
Then she gunned it, and
how was he supposed to know? How was he supposed to know that she was trying to drive away? Because the actual phrase in the video is "drive, baby, drive," not "drive, get away."
Y'all hear it? Y'all hear it? Look, this nigga court, baby. This is black nigga court.
The thing about it is bringing up people using logic instead of you coming out here saying you don't have to use this. You gotta listen.
Y'all saying not gonna be used.
And that's how people get killed and messed up by these law enforcement officials.
Nigga court. Dumbass shit. So they're gonna say that he thought she wanted to fight him, huh? No, that's only happened in nigga court.
No, she was there for the smoke. Come at me.
Yeah, this is how come at me, bro, means one thing.
She knew what she was looking for. That's premeditated. That's premeditated.
Do they have an even newer video out?
Premeditated. You can't get away with this, shawty. I'm sorry.
Boy, black
Bomb.
men.
She came all the way from Canada to do this. That's crazy.
No, she didn't come to Canada.
No
She
freedom of
moved
expression in
to
America.
And then she moved back here.
See, I'm not arguing that Conqueror King. That's not
Yeah,
what I'm doing.
That's what they saying. But that's what they saying, though, right? You can't express yourself in America.
I'm not
You
arguing
can't.
that. I'm not
But I'm
arguing
telling you, that's what they saying. They saying if you go out there and protest, which is a right in America, which is an actual right, protected right. You get you can go out there and protest. You can go out there and protest. But if you do that, apparently, that's a charge to get murdered. That's a charge to get arrested.
If you come within 25 feet of an officer, yeah, get your ass kicked if you want
No,
to.
that's not true. You
Whatever, coward. Tell me about it.
That's NICOLE.
Yeah, exercising your right is literally documenting what's going on, not interfering. Not interfering.
Yes. Stay at a safe
There's a right
distance.
to protest, Sam. There's a right to
Stay
peaceful
your ass on the
protest.
sidewalk.
Yeah, and there's not a right to interfere with federal law enforcement. There's not a
But
right
there is
to
a right.
There's a right to protest.
But there is a right to travel, right? There's a right to operate a vehicle in this country, right?
Yeah,
but not a right to obstruct.
So if I'm down my car and break down in the middle of the street, the feds pull up behind me. I can go to jail.
Florida, they have a halo law. In Florida, they have a halo law, 25 feet. That's not uniform across the country, but literally take that advice. Take 10, 15, 20 feet, document what you don't like, and move the fuck on, and you ain't gonna die.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Let's forget they ran up on her. She didn't run up on them.
Not have the
It's
right
25
to
feet, though.
operate a vehicle. That's just not a right. That is a privilege.
That is a privilege, yeah.
Black.
Y'all tripping, fam. I just like
What's
I
the
say,
protest? To express yourself? That is a right. It is a
No,
human
it's a
right.
privilege to operate a vehicle. is what he
Okay,
said.
hold on.
Judge Bracy.
Okay, fair enough.
Hold on. So let's get the clear understanding of what Goat is trying to say. Go ahead, Goat. What you saying?
Yeah, no, I was just trying to clear that up because it's just not a right. This is something you earn. This is a privilege.
Courtesy.
Well, she had the privilege to operate her vehicle then. Let me rephrase the statement. She had the
Not
privilege
to
to operate her
block
vehicle.
Right.
He wasn't
So
impeding
now-
traffic though.
Right.
We can't prove that. Not one time yet in the video have you showed her completely stopping traffic all the way. Cars are going around her.
But see, that's hold court. I don't even want to hold court with it. I'm just asking you, do you believe it's okay to pull off in the police right there?
Hell nah.
I do. Yeah. What was your lawful order? What was the command?
Hey, you braver than me, bro.
Out of the
To
vehicle.
get out of the car.
And don't get
All
out.
right, hold on. He was talking. Let them have the conversation. With
You
one person.
don't believe get out of the vehicle is a lawful order?
No.
It's not.
That's why we can't have this conversation.
Okay, so give me an example.
That's like somebody coming to my house and telling me to get out of my house.
No, please, just give me an example of a lawful order.
An example of a lawful order is, you know what I'm saying? They walk up to the car, they say, we found you to be speeding, or sir, we caught you doing X, Y, and Z. Please step out of the vehicle. Now you've articulated my crime. Hold on, Sam. Hold on. You asked me to explain it.
But you said a whole lot before that. What is because then you just said then you asked them to get out the vehicle. So you still giving the same lawful order, get out of the vehicle. Are you not?
And right there, I was just about to tell you, explain the crime first, and then you asked me you give me commands.
They don't have to.
Not the other. Don't give me commands and then explain my crime.
Pause 1 second, fam. Is there anything that you can show that says they have to explain to you on the side of the road why the fuck they told you to get out the car? You have anything to show that?
There's a policy that says you have to have an articulable suspicion of a crime. Articulable suspicion of a crime. Explain it. Yes. That's what articulate means, to explain. Explain my crime to me. Let me know what I've done wrong, and then you can go ahead and take your orders and do what you got to do.
But you've already
at that point.
I mean, I understand that you think I'm asking you this because
order of operations, man.
You have already been given an order.
There's an order of operations.
If you believe the stop or order was unlawful,
give me orders. I think that I'm gonna follow.
Do not resist physically.
Hold on. Let them have their conversation by themselves, please, y'all.
Because you've been given an order. Your response to a lawful order can't be why.
Why not?
I mean, you can watch any number of police videos on this fucking app. When you're
I have. And every last one of them says, please articulate the crime that you suspect me of committing.
And in many of those videos, they say, I don't have to.
Yeah, no, well, they're wrong. They're wrong as hell. And they get sued consistently because of it.
Okay, so wait. So please, I mean, don't try to help him. Because like either one of y'all, just take either one, or I'll do y'all either opposite. Like I do this shit.
I watch Cop Watcher, so
again, I'm just asking. So if I'm not right, then why at some point do they have the ability to take something and bust the fucking window and drag you out? How do you get how does that ever become okay if you're correct?
It's not okay. They get sued.
Please let him have his art, and then you'll be able to articulate your version of the art. Let him be able
I appreciate the assistance, Bomber. Let me sort this out, please. I appreciate it.
Yes.
End of the day, like she said, and like I was going to articulate, yes, you have to give me you have to tell me what crime I committed. That's part of policy. Every police department, every freaking military, every federal, name it, that's policy. Articulate to me what I have done wrong before you start putting hands on me, before you start giving me commands, before you start pointing guns at me. You have to tell me what I was doing wrong. And if you don't do that, then we end up in whatever situation we end up in. I have the right to resist. If it's an unlawful command, I have the right to resist. Period. Y'all can do what y'all want. Like I said, there's a reason why your rights are slowly being taken away every single day, and y'all don't say nothing. But it's cool. I know what I fought for. I know what I signed up for.
So here's what I'm asking you, right? And this should be easy. If it's policy, you should be able to show me where that policy is written. I'm telling you, you can't. And you're misleading stupid ass people who are willing to agree with you. So people like me, I'll show you that that's not policy, right? I can pull up AI and it'll tell you, hell no, it ain't no policy. But since you're saying it is, I'm asking you to show any source. And since you got cheerleaders, how about all 6 of y'all look for the source so none of you can find it?
Okay, so we put money
Hold on, let me read it. Hold on, I'm gonna read it because I don't know if I can paste it. I'm gonna read it. Reasonable articulable suspicion. Hold on. This is coming from AI. Reasonable articulable suspicion is a.
What did you ask it? What did you ask it? What did
all I said was reasonable articulable suspicion. That's all I put in. So I'm getting the definition of just that term. No added filters, no extra words. Reasonable articulable suspicion is a legal standard that allows law enforcement officers to stop and briefly detain an individual if they have specific factual reasons to suspect that person is involved in a criminal activity. The standard is lower than probable cause and requires that the officer's suspicion is based on observable facts rather than just a hunch.
The standard is lower than probable cause. Lower than probable cause.
What are you doing, bro?
What does that mean?
Allow people to argue.
You just walk right into that one,
We
bro.
have to allow people to argue. Hold on. We have to allow people to argue their own points. Stop thinking that the other person cannot argue their own point. Please let Black and Taz finish out their arguments. Taz got his own point. Black has his own point. It doesn't matter what side you're on. Let those two argue their own point. Let them substantiate their own arguments. Let's not add anything on until it's your turn to argue the situation. And then you could go ahead full force on your side without nobody interrupting as well. But let them have they back and forth, please, y'all. Go ahead.
I finna dip. Taz, I know what you asked him. It's in the back chat. The exact question he should have asked.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, bro. Again, I'm just asking, why do you think you don't have to pull over? And if they say get out the car, you don't have to get out the car. Do you think you can give that that code to a police officer and he says no or yes or? Like I'm trying to figure out at what point do you get to decide when you follow a lawful command? Get out of the car is a lawful command.
Hey, you follow the command if you want. I tell them that every time I lock my doors, roll my windows up. I will pull over, but I will lock my doors, crack my window, and let you know, hey, what did you pull me over for? What did you stop me for?
And I understand that point if in fact you're being pulled over. But in this case, we have a person that is impeding traffic. So
what she pulled over then?
So you're stopping her, right?
What she pulled over then?
Just relax, fam. She's not pulled over. She's committing a crime. She's impeding traffic. She's committing a minor traffic infraction, however you want to put it. Now law enforcement feels the need to address her. So we're not dealing with someone who got pulled over. And if she does what you're talking about, she'd be in better shape because she would have just rolled up her window and started spouting off rights she don't have. Right,
but because she wasn't pulled over, that's why she ain't got to do nothing with him.
Exactly, I'm confused, Sherry.
Okay, so cool. So she don't, right? So she don't have to do. I just want to follow y'all logic. So now you're saying she don't have to do nothing with them at all. Cool. So she can just pull off and run someone over.
Never said that. Never said that.
So what is her accountability coming to play? What did she do
Y'all
wrong?
please let one at a time, y'all. We cannot keep picking. The conversation ain't gonna never end, and y'all ain't gonna never be able to get in if y'all don't allow people to finish their discussion. Please.
Yeah, I just want to know if there's any accountability for her.
Yes, there is accountability for her. The accountability is she shouldn't have been holding up traffic as long as she did, or maybe whatever the case may be. But at the end of the story is what's the responsibility or accountability on the police officer, on these ICE officers? What's their responsibility? Because I'm not worried about the civilians. Right. I'm never concerned.
Responsibility is to make it home. Yeah. And I suggest you tell your children that. I don't know why y'all think these ICE officers are supposed to be out there doing anything other than what a police officer do. Your life is in danger playing games with the motherfucking police. This is law enforcement.
They're in danger even without playing games, right? When they want to shoot you, they shoot you, even if you abiding by what they say.
Right.
So these are the people that you.
So why pull off?
So like these are the people that you say, "Come at me, bro." You want to come at me?
Okay. All right. So Bomb Cherry, you want to show where I can. So get Bomb Cherry. What is your argument to Taz?
So my argument, Taz's argument is make it home safe, and okay, I'm not against that, right? I'm not telling people what to do. I'm just telling you what the laws are in this country for us as citizens. So we have a right. First of all, because she wasn't stopped, like they didn't pull her over anything, that is the main reason why she could leave. They didn't stop her and with their lights on and pull her over. She pulled over, stopped herself, whatever she did. And so that means if she no longer want to participate in what she participating in, she could leave. And so if she wasn't
until they say you can't. You're right, all the way up until they say get out the car.
Yes.
At the moment they say get out the car, you can't leave no more.
Yes, I mean that's what they said, right? They shouted to prove that, but the truth is she had a right to leave. And unless they said get out the car, you being detained. Now let's go back to what you said. You said the guy who was recording her walked around the car. Then he went back to his car. So that means he felt like there was nothing, right, that she did wrong. Because he was leaving. The other people came out of nowhere, and then he got out to help them. So why did they come and tell her to get out the car if he never told her to get out the car? He never said you're committing a crime. He was there the whole time. So he didn't think she committed a crime at all.
Yeah, that's inconsistent policing. Yeah, that's it. Now listen, I agree with you on that. That's inconsistent policing, but that doesn't change her unwillingness to follow a lawful order. I mean, it is consistent for him to walk around just recorded and act like they ain't got no power, then a whole nother truck pull up and now they hop out and act like they got full power.
That's right. You know why? Because the one who was there, he know he had no power. And then the bullies came and they don't care, right? Because you got people who don't care, who's police officers, they don't care if they commit crimes or not. So they who just pulled up, don't even know what's going on. Tell us that
did. But Bomb, look what you just did. Now you saying the one who knew he didn't have no power is also the one who ended up shooting her.
Right. Because he was angry, right? But if he knew he had power in order to arrest her or pull it out that car, why didn't he say, get out the car, you're being detained? He knew he didn't have the power because she's ICE and we are American citizens. He have a right to do that to illegals or anybody who look like they're illegal. He have a right to say, show your proof that you're not. And that's why they were saying we're American citizens. That's why they said that. They voiced that to let him know he ain't got no right. And that's why he acted like he have no rights.
And right? See, here's what I'm arguing though, right? Because this is the only reason why I'm still invested in it. I believe that moving forward, they're going to get more rights to do more things because you can't keep challenging this with they don't have the right to while they're on the streets. The only thing that's going to happen is they're just going to get the right to. They're just going to have the ability to get more. And so I think we need to be more aware of that part of it too. If we gonna fight this, it would be better to fight it in court because fighting it on the streets, they're going to say their lives are on the line. Oh, they blocking us in. Oh,
you're saying it already. Yeah, you're right. Trump been saying it already, but it's a tactic in order to shut us down and make us sit down and be quiet so he can do whatever he want. And let me tell you something. If we let him do what he want, when he grab up all of them, he start grabbing all of us. And then is that when we gonna get loud and say we American citizens? Is that when we gonna make a point when they come after us? Because if we let him do what he want with anybody else, then what's gonna make him not want to do it with other people when he ready?
She should have stopped and took her ticket.
I don't think it got nothing to do with it.
She wasn't getting no damn ticket because she didn't do anything.
The problem with what you're saying is that so because they want to go after so-called immigrants, we supposed to say no, you can't go after immigrants because
not the
illegal
I'm not
immigrants.
talking about the immigrants or the illegals. I am talking about this woman was a U.S. citizen. I have not stood up and wanted to protest immigrants. If they here illegally, then whatever happens. This is a U.S. citizen. Now, what we say is that
citizenship to assist somebody, some illegals, and think that makes it better though, because that's what
she had
the right. She had the right to protest, and if she feel like that's what she wants to do.
Now, where does it say that protesting means that you can impede in traffic?
Y'all keep saying in traffic. Was that a neighborhood street? You keep saying impede, but okay, if she impede, let's say she did. I'm okay with that. Give her motherfucking ticket, right? And then let it be gone. But you don't when you get the ticket.
But you saying give her the ticket, right? So how is she gonna get the ticket if she is running away?
No, but she wouldn't have ran if he didn't pull out guns and tell her to get out. You don't have to get out to get a ticket.
So that's okay. So now we back to the part where Taz was arguing. At what point when he said get out the car that she is not supposed to respond to get out the car?
She's not supposed to get out, and I just said that. Right? You started asking me a question. When you get out, how many times have you gotten out your car to get a ticket?
He already had her license on video and stuff and information too. You don't have to escalate the situation to where it was. Like simply, even it's the same as like tickets on the highway.
Yeah, this is crazy. So are you telling me that law enforcement does not have the right to tell you to get out the car?
Nobody talking about what they have the right to do. If anything, my argument is like
I am though. When you say nobody,
I'm saying if they ask you to get out the car, they got to tell you why you get out the car. If they say I smell.
So bomb. So they tell you get out the car. Hold on, bomb. So they tell you get out. They tell you get out the car. At what point does it goes from get out the car and you are reversing that is okay?
Listen, first of all, see, and that's what I'm saying. Y'all not let me. If a police asks me to get out the car, before he actually get out the car, he says something to you. Like usually he'll say, "I smell alcohol. Have you been drinking?" And now he want me to get out the car to take the test. But they don't just tell you to get out the car.
Bomb, regardless of that.
Regardless.
What we see is these officers or these ICE agents get out the car and tell her, get out the car.
And they have no right to do it.
At that point, so once
they do,
come on, bomb, please. Just follow me with the conversation. Once they hop out and say, get out of the car. At one point of her reversing is that she escalated it.
She can do that, and I don't know why it's called. You the one using the word escalate. And by her reversing, that's how we know she wasn't trying to run him over, because she would have just hit the gas and ran him over. But she reversed so she could get out the way to go around.
So bomb. So would you? So this is why Taz keep bringing up this scenario. Would you tell your child, hey, if you are just sitting in traffic and a cop comes and say, get out the car, would you tell your child to drive off?
If a cop pulled my kids over and told them to get out the car, I tell them, first of all, tell them to ask for a supervisor.
No, okay.
That stops that all right there.
Okay, so therefore you would not tell your child to just drive off.
No, they got pulled over, but she didn't get pulled over.
I'm not talking about. Okay. So let me hold on. Let me make sure I'm very clear.
Trying to set this shit up. This ain't gonna work.
I'm very clear about what I'm saying. So this way, it is no. I just want a clear understanding of the logic of what you're saying. If the cop get out and say, "Get out your car," what should that person be able to just run away?
The cop pulled him over, right?
No.
Oh, the cop just get out and say,
"Got out the car." Okay, so this I don't know why this is difficult. The cop got out the car and said, "Get out your car." Are you going
same scenario?
My kids, yes. I'll tell my kids, don't have a conversation. Leave. You motherfucker right.
To run away from.
Yes, it's not running away. It's leaving. They didn't stop them. And so I don't listen. I fought for this goddamn country. I know what I went to fight for.
You tell them, Bob.
Okay,
get them together.
Give up your rights, and it's okay if you want to teach your kids not to know their rights and to just give them away. But my sons, who are black, they are going to ask for supervisors.
Share my screen.
All right, that's okay. So now you saying, now you change it. Now you tell them to ask for supervisors, but that ain't what.
Yes, if they get stopped. Otherwise,
she didn't ask for no supervisor. What she did was go in reverse.
And she did what she and she was able to do that. Legally, she had the right to do that.
All right. So what we're trying to just get down to the logic is that that people are on the side of it is okay to flee from the situation after a cop says, "Get out your car." That's
you're not fleeing. It has to be a lawful order for fleeing to even be a thing, and it got to be. It's a secondary charge. Y'all don't know first. Y'all don't know what secondary charges are. Y'all keep mentioning them, but in order for them to be a secondary, they got to be a basis, a regular charge, number first charge.
The problem is that we cannot escape the fact that once a lawful order means direct instructions that cannot be misinterpreted. That's what a lawful order means.
No,
that's not a lawful order.
That's not just a lawful order. It got more to it. You keep skipping.
All right, so this is what we need you. So Bomb Cherry, you pull it up. So this way you won't say that I'm making stuff up and saying things and adding stuff to it, because I'm not.
You already pulled up. You keep read it, but
go ahead and read it. So this way we got the understanding. I don't. It's okay.
Hey Siri, pull up lawful order. Oh Lord. Hey Siri, pull up lawful order. They may not be understanding me. Let me.
Yeah, it's possible.
Sharon, while she does that, it's going to take some time. May I have just 3 quick points, please?
You know your point.
I got the definition for you before you start that.
Hold on.
Here you go.
Hold
on. Go ahead.
I cannot believe this conversation is so difficult.
I can't either.
So Bomb Cherry got it pulled up. So we're gonna do it.
I can't either.
Bomb Cherry got the definition. We got Kulu that came back. We got KT that came back. They want to join in the conversation. We got Ponder came back. She want to join in on the conversation. We got the Emperor. He want to join back in the combo as well. So let's try to share the mic. Go ahead, Bomb, and read us what Siri pulled up.
Wait, I want to. No, AI pulled that up. I don't like AI answers, but they add other things. Y'all go ahead and talk. I'll let you know when I got it up. Right.
All right.
Judge. Why you jumping the line? Hold on. Go ahead, Kulu.
Yeah. So I came up here to address, AFR and Shadow, but they left. So I'll just say this real quick, man. Does Shadow have the right to vote? So if not, should it be having these conversations, in my opinion? Second of all, I found it very disrespectful when the military vet, and we don't have to agree with every military vet, they have their own perspective, but for AFR to come up here and disrespect him the way that he did, call them traitors and Marxists and all this bullshit, to me, that was way out of line. And if you fought for this country, you have every right to think and believe what you want, you know what I mean? And not be called a traitor or not be called this or that. But pertaining to the conversation that we're talking about with the situation, I still, have my mindset on it. My only thing is when people keep saying he tried to hit him with the car. If that was true, wouldn't the car have hit wouldn't the car have went straight based on where he was positioned instead of turning and then crashing 10, 20 feet down into the pole? So if she was intentionally trying to hit him with the car, right, the wheels would have been pointed straight and just rammed into his ass. You know what I mean? Instead of turning right and then completely going off course and into the pole. So, but like when I say that, I also understand that from his position, his perspective, he was probably in fear of his life and he did what he had to do. I don't disagree with that part. You know what I mean? So, but that's my only thing I had to say.
Okay. And we got KT the GOAT that just came back. And then I believe the GOAT, he's presenting something as well. Go ahead, KT.
I just wanted to respond, but go ahead, KT.
Okay. I got you.
I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible. I'm gonna give you that lawful command definition first. A lawful order definition is a lawful order is a command from a competent authority that is clear, specific, related to legitimate purposes, and doesn't violate the law or constitutional rights. There is more, but I just wanted to make sure that part is, because when y'all keep saying y'all keep acting like I could walk up to you and just say, get out your car. That's not a lawful command, because there's no law saying like just because you in a car you got to get out of it if somebody demands it to you. A lawful command is because you're drunk, I want you to get out the car.
That's the only one?
No, that it has to be in the context of law.
This is sad.
Okay, so now if your car is in the street and it is facing the wrong direction, would that be?
But even y'all agreed they didn't arrest her, they didn't pull her over.
I didn't say anything about arresting. I said if.
I'm saying, but they didn't pull her over. So if
there was nothing to pull over, she was already stopped.
I just need y'all to answer questions so we can get clearness, my brother. That's it. So if a cop was to see somebody in a car facing the wrong direction of the road and they approach the car to tell the person to get out the car, would that be lawful?
If was a fifth, will I be drunk?
Yes.
No.
But the first officer didn't say anything.
Hold on, please. Let me just run out conversations. Hold on, KT. I need to understand that you are saying that if
I'm saying because y'all know we've talked here about this. I don't really what you be saying all the time. Let's not have a conversation about the conversation. Everybody up here that said they thoughts, they point of views plenty of times. I mean, it's no need to repeat that. I've been saying I'm not arguing the legality part.
Hold on. What am I repeating?
You literally just trying to get me to explain again, like what I think on this. We've already been through this back and forth.
What am I going to repeat? What question I was going to ask you?
You're asking me to repeat.
Go ahead. What's the question I was going to ask you?
Go ahead, man.
What was the question I was going to ask you? Please let me understand. What was the question I was going to ask? You telling me I'm repeating myself. What is the question I was going to ask you? So I'm trying to get.
I didn't say you repeat yourself. I said we are repeating ourselves. As in, what the question you were about to ask me is about to maybe repeat some shit I've already repeated. Listen, I'm just pointing out. I think we've been stuck on this for hella long. Let's get beyond that and just.
Okay, so what makes you think that? Y'all motherfuckers is insane to me. What makes you think that you are being clear if I'm asking you a question? So if I'm not being clear, if I don't understand you, should I not ask you questions? This way I know how to move forward with communicating with you.
Yeah, but you ask questions for certain answers, and if you don't get them, you re-ask, and that's what he's saying. And we kind of went through this. You know what I mean? Like
if I would just answer the question, I won't have to re-ask it.
Yeah, but when I even answer the question and you ain't like the answer, then you started bringing my kids into it. That's what you did.
Right, because you didn't answer the question.
I did answer the question.
I'm giving you a different version, so maybe you can understand the question.
No, I answered questions.
So what I'm saying is that, and I could understand that maybe I'm being misunderstood by whoever I'm asking the question. That's why I'm attempting to change it so the person can understand what I'm asking. Because I'm thinking that when the person don't answer me, that they not understanding what I'm asking. And that's
it seems like when we don't give you the answer you want, that's when you think we don't understand what you're asking.
Okay, but that's your interpretation of it. You should ask me that.
No, but you keep saying I didn't answer. But even when I answer the question, you don't. And then
if I'm asking you a question about crossing the street and you telling me about opening the door to go in the house, I'm saying I'm going to ask it a different way because you did not answer the question.
Right, but if you ask me about crossing the street and I say no, yeah, I'll cross the street this way and I don't give a fuck, then you say no, let me ask it a different way. That's what you do.
Yeah, because saying I don't give a fuck doesn't have anything to do with
I'm not talking about give a fuck. I'm not talking about
that.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, so now we got somewhere. If I'm asking you about crossing the street and you say I don't give a fuck about crossing the street, that is not answering the question. Literally.
No, what I said, and see, you don't listen to me. Maybe because I'm a woman, I'm not sure, or old woman. I said if you ask me about crossing the street and I say yes, I'm crossing the street, I don't give a fuck about the police, right? Then you will say, no, let me ask it a different way. Because you didn't like my answer. But I did say, no, yes, I'll cross the street. Giving a fuck what the police say. You ain't like that answer, so you didn't say, well, let me ask it this way. And when I'm saying I did answer the question.
I'm gonna ask the question again. Okay. And we're gonna go around the room and see if you answered the question or you just said something, because those are two different things. Because people think because they say something that they are answering a question, but just because you said something doesn't mean you're answering a question. I'm gonna ask again. If the cop see your car facing the wrong direction of the road, can the police officer ask you to get out the car?
The police can ask you anything they want to ask you. But it doesn't mean that I have to get out the car. And that's what I said earlier. They can ask whatever they want.
So now this is why I have to ask you in a different way.
Okay.
This is why.
Why? Because I answered.
You did not.
I said yes, they can ask me that.
Okay, you got it.
Right, but okay, so here's where I had an issue at though. I'm saying there's nothing you can do to stop them. They can break your motherfucking window and drag you out. I'm saying ICE can do that.
Yes. And they could drag me out. I agree. And then at the end, I'll sue them and then win money. Or they could kill me. Then my family will win money. Yes.
And
because what they're doing is illegal. And that's why the suit's gonna come.
Right, but this is why they typically try not to do this with anybody but an illegal. That's you know what I'm saying. That's what I had in the back show, and I was trying to show. It's like they carrying around this thing called a spring-loaded window punch, right? And it's right there in their pockets. So when it's time to just bust somebody's window out, they busting somebody's window out. It's something they carry.
Yeah, they doing that to legal citizens too, and then they have to pay for that shit. They don't, who's in charge right now don't care about breaking laws, and we got to stop acting like he does.
But we're not talking about again. This is the problem that I keep having. If we keep just talking about everything, we ain't gonna never get down to no solid answer.
Mm-hmm.
We keep adding way too many things into a conversation. We talking about Donald Trump now, when we're literally.
No, I didn't mention Donald Trump's name.
So who you talking about when you said that?
I'm talking about ICE. That's what they are doing.
All right, so ICE literally told a car that was facing in the wrong direction of the road, told that person, is that a lawful thing to do? Like, because we talking about having a lawful command. And so when the ICE came up to the car and see the car facing the wrong direction of the road, are we saying now ICE do not have a right to tell that person or communicate with that person at all? And that's what we are saying?
No, they could communicate. But I don't have to communicate back.
So now when a part of the communication, when they say get out the car, that is not a lawful command.
The person who you read it when she sent you cash apps, right? Not cash apps, I'm sorry, super chats. There is a consensual, that's when they make a request. How do I know the difference between if they're telling me to do something lawfully or if they're requesting something? Can you give me that answer?
a very direct command that cannot be misinterpreted.
Yeah,
Sharon,
but
that's what's scary. Well, just right quick, that you know what's scary about that definition, Sharon? Because that's where get the fuck out the car comes into play, right? You can't misinterpret that.
Right.
Also, Sharon,
is that how?
Hold on, Ponder. Hold on. I got you, Ponder.
Go ahead, Ponder. Oh no, I'm saying, is that how our federal government agencies?
Right. For some reason,
do they say get the fuck out, or do I think he's a regular
question? Bomb.
I didn't even ask it all the way. But go ahead.
Because I'm trying to understand.
Sharon, just a friendly reminder, that super chat that was sent to you, I think that was CJ or MJ, that was not specific to the federal government. A lot of people, once again, are conflating the police, cops, state and local enforcement with the federal government. It really, this equivocation, it's called a fallacy of equivocation. People are consistently equivocating state, local law enforcement that we call cops, that we call police, to federal agents. Moreover, these are not just federal agents like we have been discussing for close to 9 hours. Federal agents who are engaging in official federal operation. This really needs to be understood because throughout these many 9 hours, a lot of people are misunderstanding that. That's number one. Number two, I just want to go ahead and touch back. When that vehicle was in motion, that vehicle then is looking at being a possible weapon. You have a car that was stationary. And when we look at previous events with police, with like Sandra Bland, number one, that was the city. I think it was Houston. And or Prairie View, whatever. And number two, her car was stationary. So we cannot even attempt to use the argument that officer was in danger. This situation, not only are we looking at federal ICE agents, moreover, they put that vehicle in motion. Therefore, what Shadow mentioned about imminent danger or imminent threat, I actually put the citations, United States Code, in your back chat because I'm a philosophy major and I always cite my work. Imminent danger immediately. It goes to possible use of force in the event that you do feel that you are in harm. If that's that, which is exactly what Taz was touching on. You face a real and immediate threat. You may use force only when you face a real and immediate threat. A reasonable person would see no other option. Bracy, your panel was full of men. These were Black men. And they clearly are reasonable people who view no other option. So you have some right here. The force used is no more than necessary. That force was used no more than necessary because you did have someone who did mention they would unload the full clip, but this officer did not. I think it was 2 or 3 shots. And last, the response. Precisely. The response stops when the threat stops. The threat did not stop. The threat was in motion. You have both of those women in a vehicle, a Honda Pilot, not a Toyota Corolla, in a Honda Pilot, and you have the officer right outside the vehicle. Somebody else mentioned that the officer's hand was on the car. And on top of that, we have to look at the environment. It was snow, icy roads, and they squealed off. Bracy, we have been watching this all day, 9 hours. We heard those tires squeal. It does not matter the direction the tires went. That foot was on the accelerator and that car was in motion. On top of the fact that they were engaging in a traffic infraction, you were not in the lane. You were not only perpendicular, you were outright blocking traffic. So like I said earlier, everything in the aggregate.
I agree.
Judge Gracie,
okay, so
real quick.
So what I would say is, we agree that she's dumb as hell.
Yeah. And one last thing. Gracie, did you hear what Taz said, the GOAT? That this actually can look at the possibility because of what happened today. What if Trump signed an executive order just on what happened today? Trump could do that. just to protect his officers and to directly push further into American cities. Just
executive orders are not laws.
No. Oh, really? Bracy, I can change you with that. Bracy, when it comes to executive orders are not laws, number one, the only way to argue against an executive order, because the president can do that, like, for example, DACA, that they cannot even pull DACA back. They had to use the courts. You use the courts to fight back an EO. If Trump actually said, you know what, we're all going to be vegan.
I couldn't mention Trump, but she can.
I said an EO. If a president said, you know what, I want to make a law that we no longer eat meat in the United States, he literally can do that. You would then have to argue in court. The Emancipation Proclamation, Bracy, that's an EO. We had to have the amendment because Lincoln knew they were going to argue and win in court. The Emancipation Proclamation.
I agree.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, we're moving too far from.
I just want to prosecute real quick so everybody can debate on it.
What Taz said.
Okay. Go ahead, KT. You the original that got interrupted. We got KT. Go ahead, KT.
I don't even know what to say, bro. This lady be tripping, bro.
All right,
I can feel you really did something with philosophy, though. Like you be kicking the shit, it just be wild.
So go ahead,
Bracy, they never argue against what I say. You can make these comments against ad hominem.
Nah, I can break down everything you say. That's what you're doing, though, man. It's real quick. I like it, though.
Disagree with everything that I say.
I do appreciate it. I can tell you be on the show, though.
Everything to say. Go ahead, Bomb Cherry.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, okay. I'm here. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was muted. Anyway, so I agree with her in the beginning when she said that people are conflating, police, local police with the federal government and ICE, because and she's right. It does confuses the situation, but everybody pretty much up here has done it, including her, right? But
no, I have not. That's you.
Yes, you have. When you mentioned Sandra Bland, like,
I used an example.
No. When you mentioned that, but
nothing. I used an example.
Okay, I know. So if the example has nothing to do with the federal government, and
I made it clear the differences. I made it clear.
You didn't.
Yes, I did.
I'm telling you that it was a difference.
I made it clear that was a local issue.
So for me to finish. She also mentioned that the gas, y'all heard the squeal, right, of the tires. But was she not already shot because as soon as she moved forward, bam, bam. So that's why it squealed, right? Because the foot went on the gas. So it's not like she intentionally went on the gas to peel out of there. We know that wasn't her intent because she backed up and she started to move. And as soon as she was shot, now her foot hits the gas, but y'all would use the fact that she hit the gas
hard enough,
and it's the reason why she got shot. And I'm saying she got shot, and that's the reason her foot hit the gas that way.
Yeah,
but I know you gotta be smart to know consequence. You got to be smart to know that there is a cause and an effect. It's not usually an effect, and then a cause after the fact, right?
So, Bon, let me get this straight. You believe that the shot happened before the tires was screeching?
I'm saying that we proved yesterday that the shot even happened before she started to move forward. As soon as she put that in Wood Park, you can see the glass break with the shot. I know that's funny, but you go slow it down and watch it.
Okay. All right. So you want to do that? Uda,
I can pull it up right now.
Uda, can you do it? Uda, can you do it one more time? This is absolutely ridiculous that we watched the same video yesterday, and we will force our ideas to match our bias instead of just looking at it and
exactly. Sharon.
Well, I don't have any bias. The woman shouldn't have been shot point blank. That's it.
Right, and that's why you believe that the tires was and she got shot after instead of her.
I got shot after what?
Well, you know what? I misspoke. The car was moving after she got shot.
No, the car was moving. It went backwards. When I'm saying
no, forward. We talking about moving forward. You
saying that the car was not moving forward
when before the shot. So you let me get
the
your
car was
timeline.
moving back when she went to go put it in.
You gotta allow me to, so we could be we could be on the same page. So you're saying that he shot and then she went forward. Is that what you are saying?
I'm saying she was moving. The car was moving right backwards when she went to put in the car.
I'm gonna ask the question again. Was the car moving forward or was the shot before that?
She put it in park. She hit gas and then go to shot before it moved and touched him. Is what I'm saying. Can I say that? Maybe I'm trying to clear it up for you, but you keep.
No, but you're not clearing it up. If you answer my question, you would clear it up. Was the car?
I misspoke. Before that car touched him, he touched him.
You have to be able to hear me. Which one is first? The gunshot or the car moving forward?
The car moved slightly forward. But was it going fast? No. But before that car hit him or touched him, he shot. So my point was that
this is crazy.
She didn't hit the gas to go fast. Is what my point was. So I'm trying to say.
Okay. All right. So
do you understand what I'm saying now?
No, I do not understand what you're saying.
Okay, that's because you're not.
I understand what you're saying. I get it.
Hold on. So now let's move it forward. Was the tire spinning first or was the shot first?
The tires were spinning. That's what I'm saying. Like everybody else heard me.
Going forward, yeah.
Yes, I said that. Didn't I correct that, everybody?
You just did right now, yeah.
Didn't hear.
I got the video in the back if you need the video.
All right, you correcting it now. So I don't know why.
That's what I was saying. I said let me correct
Judge
it.
Bracy, can the prosecution rest? I just need to go ahead and come. I just don't want to.
Crazy. I don't know why me asking questions bother people so badly. I don't know why y'all think I'm trying to lead anything with me just asking a question, because I'm not understanding. I'm literally not understanding, and that's why I'm asking you the question. I don't know why people think that I'm trying to get.
Judge Bracy, let me throw some fuel on the fire real quick so everybody could get going. So look, I want to prosecute the lady real quick, and then I'll prosecute the officer. So this is the crimes that I found in our investigation.
Before you, all right. So you want to? Okay, hold on. I don't like when you just try to move the conversation away from the topic at hand. Okay, so now, so I can get a clear understanding, Bond. Tires was moving fast, or the gunshot first?
The gunshot before the tires were moving fast.
Okay, so now we back to that. So now we back to gunshot, then tires moving fast.
Yes. I'm saying she was not.
This is why I'm asking, because I believe it's the other way around.
Me too. Okay.
And that's understandable.
No, it's not understandable. If we watch the same video, we got to be able to see something, and hopefully we can see the same exact thing in the same sequence. Because one thing got to be in front of the other. One of us
prosecution moves to watch the video again.
Look at this dude. Yeah, you're right. One of us is wrong.
Right.
And that's you. But okay, go ahead.
Ooh. Okay. Prosecution moves to watch the video again.
Okay.
Times 0.25 so we could watch it. Yeah, there we go. Watch the tires.
Yeah, 0.25. Look.
Watch the tires real close. Zoom in if you can.
Let me zoom a little more if you need me. Look.
Yeah, at the tire. Yeah.
Let's zoom.
He said, "Get out the car." He's trying to open it up.
With the commentary, okay, please.
Right. You see him right there, right? He still had the phone in his left hand. You're gonna see the weapon come on the back of the officer. You're gonna see his weapon drawn. You're gonna see when the weapon draws. Look.
Wait, why you see the phone in his face?
Hold on. Come back. Hold on.
That's why. Let's leave the commentary alone. Just the only thing we're worried about right now was the tires spinning, or was the gunshot first? No sound is being played, y'all. We just trying to see if the video of the.
Wait a minute. You didn't change.
I'm trying to explain it. I'm trying to show that. Hold on. So this way we can understand what we are trying to look at, because for some reason we cannot get past the point of which one was first, the gunshot or tires spinning too fast, right? Because that's where the conversation we at, right, Bomb? Me and you?
Yeah, too fast. Yeah, that's
okay. Okay. Right. So, and what we mean by tires moving too fast, like, is rotating, without the car moving. It's like, right? That's what we talking about, right? Screeching and
yes.
Oh, I didn't know that's what we meant.
Yes.
Okay, so hold on.
So okay, yeah, let's clear it up because I'm not like I didn't see. So what I'm talking about, if the car was, in my estimation, if the car is moving too fast, right? Because you're saying it was spinning, right?
Yes.
And I haven't seen that, right? So I don't know that could be a fact, but you could show me that. But because I didn't see that, then that's not my argument.
Perfect. So that's why. Okay, so that's why I asked the questions that I asked Bomb, because I need very direct answers so I can understand what we have in a disagreement about. I promise you, I'm not trying to steer your thoughts. I just need to understand what we are talking about. I promise you, I'm not trying to do something nefarious with the questions.
Oh no, I don't think you're doing nothing nefarious.
Okay.
I never thought that. But so go ahead. I'm sorry.
So Uda, let's watch the video from
I'm gonna play from right here. So it's gonna go right into the part of when you're gonna see the weapon draw. So we can watch the tires and we can watch all of that. We're gonna see the weapon draw and we're gonna see all of it.
Okay.
Is her car the light one or the dark one?
The dark one.
See it right there.
Okay.
Look, her right here. Look, the car is moving already. Look, he's about to look. He's reaching.
Wait,
already.
I don't see it. You got.
Okay, slow down. Okay, hold on. Can you zoom in some more?
You gotta
zoom in as much as you. Hold on, zoom in as much as you can.
Let me just get to the place where we
get it in the right position.
Right,
zoom in.
Let's go in a little bit. Boom. Right. Look.
Okay.
Just watch the car as it starts. Look, the car's moving. He reaches. Right.
Who reaches?
Car's moving.
Y'all saw that? Did y'all all see that the car's moving? And
everyone is seeing that. If you cannot see that, you're either duplicit.
I see two people.
Or
okay.
All right, Mom, look, I back up. Look, pause.
Okay, go ahead.
I do it again. Hold up, look.
Maybe I might be lagging. Y'all ever thought that?
Nobody's lagging. You're a fool. You don't want to. You see what you want.
I don't want to turn into an argument right at this moment.
She said she don't know if I'm lagging.
That's okay.
Mom, look, peep it, Mom.
Go ahead.
Look. Let's see if I hope I got it to answer the. No, I got to start again because you got to see the tires. Hold on, my bad. You got to see the tires. All right, cool. So let me start it here. Then it should be good.
Just let it keep playing so we could
keep playing. Look.
Yep. Car out. You can actually see the gun in his hand. You can see the gun.
The first shot.
Bam. That's the first shot.
First shot went on. You saw it, right?
Okay. So now
that goes right through the windshield.
Okay. So now, Bomb, what is it that you saying that we are having a misalignment with?
Y'all need to rewind and can we, so I can see. I keep saying I have a lag. I'm watching it from my TV.
Yes.
Right. I don't know what she's talking about.
Okay, so that's why I'm trying to talk to you. So what part of me and you missing right now on the car was moving forward and going in his direction first? He touched the car first. Well, let me put it in a way. The car had contact on him first and then the shot. That's how I see it.
I thought this was in reference to tires.
That was the first shot. All that smoke right there.
See it, right?
That's the first gunshot right there, Bomb.
And all that smoke. Bracelet, you can see
ones
the
go
car.
through the window or the door.
That's the front window.
You can see the car was in motion before he brandished his weapon.
So okay, so Bob, I'm seeing that. Are you still saying that? Which one are you saying first? Contact to the car or gunshot first?
I still am saying I don't see what y'all see because y'all talking, and
I understand that. I'm trying to.
So I didn't hear no gunshot. What? I didn't hear it. Is something wrong with my sound?
Yes, the sound is not on.
Okay. I got you. So the sound wasn't on. Okay, because y'all said you hear the shot, and I'm like, I don't hear no shot.
Okay, you could see the shot. You could see the gun smoke when he take the first shot. Because it's so cold, you can actually see the powder and the heat transfer from the gunpowder and all those things. You can see the dust. It looked like dust and everything. So you could see when he pulls you can see when the gun is having a reaction.
When he got hit, right? Y'all saying he got hit?
He got hit. Yes, he had contact with the car first and then gunshot.
Oh, okay. So there's contact, not hit, but he got okay.
Yeah, I think saying hit is the wrong word in my opinion. Yeah. Because he didn't. I think he had contact with the car, and then he'll take a shot.
His phone fell on the car.
Well, he did make contact with the car. Cause remember when we went through the other videos?
That's why I'm
seeing him leaning. He did the Michael Jackson.
He did Michael Jackson. Right.
Get a smooth.
He braced himself for impact.
He leaned on the car like this, like smooth.
Right.
Damn,
That's because he had a gun and a phone in his hands, right?
No.
Yes.
I would
No.
say.
No. He did not have both in his hand at the same. He pulled the gun out.
At that time, yeah,
he pulled the gun.
He had both the phone and his gun.
Okay, just because. Hold on. We clearly see him pull the gun out when the car started going towards him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm talking about at that time of shooting. He had the phone and the gun in his hand, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Together. In his video, you can't see him pull the gun because it's in his other hand.
Because it's in his hand, right? Because the phone is in his hand.
The police officer.
So we in agreement that he did not have the phone and the gun out until she was driving towards him. He pulled his gun when she started driving towards him.
That is correct. And it's on camera.
Yes.
On video.
Okay.
We just watched.
So therefore, the gunshot is after he got contact with the car. Do you agree with that as well, Bomb Cherry?
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, so all right, so I don't know where we was having confusion at before. I don't understand why this is difficult.
I was disagreeing that he got hit with the car.
Yeah,
Okay,
my
fine,
biggest.
that's fine.
Can I
Okay.
point out here? Because I've been this is where I won't point out my kind of disagreement. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to really argue the legality, but this is my thing. You have a taser, you have like different things to break windows and stuff. Like why are we okay with the first thing like being the gun? Like that's why I kept saying earlier too. Like do we feel like the ending is justified by what?
Hold on.
No, yes.
The first thing was get out of the car.
For me to take taser on your
Get
ass.
out of the car was the first thing.
He had to get out the car. But
Okay,
he shouldn't have shot her. But
all right, so I think that is the problem, that we are conflating the timelines way too much. So the first thing was not the gun. The first thing that he did was pull out his cell phone.
Yes.
No, because he was walking around. We know that because he was walking around.
I'm not talking about the first thing he pulled out. I'm talking about like the first thing he pulled out to de-escalate that situation.
So what we're trying to do is disagree with your framework. The first thing he attempted to do was record it. That was his first
I'm not talking about what his first thing to do was. I'm talking about the first way he reacts to that situation is to grab the gun and shoot her. Like, and I'm pointing out, like, this is a dramatic ending, right? This is a dramatic reaction.
Hold on. This is why you framing it as the gun was the first thing.
In the reaction to the situation,
and the gun was not the first thing.
Like the situation at hand, y'all. I'm giving y'all the car running all this. I'm saying, like, why? Like, should we be okay with the reaction being a gun? Because now, like, they can say something.
So that's so you're asking a different question and you're moving way too fast. I don't think you realize that you're asking a different question.
I mean, because you acting like you don't get it the first way, the same way you be trying to say something.
So again. So you believe that the question that you just asked was the same one as why is the first thing he's doing is pulling the gun? You think those are the same questions?
No, I know it's not verbatim the same thing, but I'm not trying to make it verbatim the same thing. I gotta lead you because nigga, we go through this all the time. Yeah, like
so now
I'm pointing out this what I said earlier, right?
What was the first thing that was So was the gun the first thing?
No. Yeah, like to react to the situation where the car is at hand, the girl is at hand. We're not talking about the beginning of the situation or none of this. Jesus.
I don't understand why it's so difficult for y'all to slow down so I can understand.
Man, you gotta catch up. Shit.
Real quick.
So I am tempted to catch up, but if you keep on going, I won't be able to catch up. So you can understand. Okay. So now,
here we go.
You saying the first reaction to her pulling off?
I mean, the car, y'all talking about the car movement, whatever, going forward towards him, anything, because she backed up before she moved towards him. That's all I'm saying. The car. So when the car movement began, I'm saying it's any way he could react. Like,
so when the car was backing up, what was his reaction?
You know what's crazy, fam?
I'm saying the first thing he grabbed was the gun. I don't know what his reaction was, but what he used was the gun.
And that's what that's what me and you are disagreeing right now. His first reaction was not the gun.
I got a quick question. I just got a quick observation, and then I'm about to bail out anyway. So, Bomb Cherry, I appreciate you. I appreciate your views, and I get where you're coming from because you're prior military. So you understand that if you don't fight for your rights, you lose them.
Right.
Second thing, real quick before I head out, that vehicle, but this vehicle's in motion, right?
Correct.
Right.
If we scale it back a few, like 5 seconds before the car started moving, that car is behind the white line where that officer's foot is right there in the video, which means she was not in the street, not impeding traffic.
Right.
Right. Because everything in the street is melted, that's the street, and everything on the side is the sidewalk. That's how I'm gonna look at that. White line is the divider.
No, go back. Yeah, a little bit more. Keep going a little bit further. A little further.
Right here. So did you talking about right here? Before you talking about before the car pulls up?
Okay, so look, the Titan car is in where the street is at, and so she is blocking the street because he cannot go forward unless he go around her.
But there's space to go around, so she's not blocking the street. This looks like her pulling out of a driveway and being too far out, which happens. Right, it happens.
But she didn't pull out of a driveway because we saw that in this part of the video.
Yes, she did not pull out of a driveway.
In this part right here, look. In this part right here, we see exactly what she did. She actually pulls over there. Look, this is what she does.
And she turns right. This is what she's doing.
Exactly what she does. The whole thing. You know what I'm saying? A car go by.
And then
the ICE agent car gonna go around her from the other way and block her in. And then another car is gonna go by at the same time. You're gonna see it. So it is space to go around.
That's lady getting out right there.
That's her wife getting out the car right here with the white hat. You're gonna see a woman back here somewhere doing something. A woman or man, whoever's back here is like a figure in the back.
See how she's turning the car?
This is what she does with her car. So this woman looked like the woman with the white hat looked like she's facing towards the house or something. She don't look like she's paying attention to this.
So why is she stopping right here?
Because they blocked her.
Because a car's coming by. Remember, at the same time when she does this, a car pulls out. Remember, a car pulls out that's parked, I think. It pulls out. Whether it's parked or whether it's driving by, a car pulls out. Like we see in the other footage, we're going to see that.
Right.
See? Look. So a car pulls out, you're going to see. But look, remember, this is the media to put this. But look, they skip a whole part. And they also
see how they flashed it?
And they also skip a part when the officer walks around the car once with his phone, and then he walks around the car with his phone, and then he pulls out his weapon.
Yeah, how did he get there all of a sudden?
So
that part.
They blanked that part out. So we just got to remember that.
They doctored it.
Okay.
That's right. And so how do we know she wasn't trying to get in a
what the
this is
hold on. No.
Yeah, look, they doctored it. They doctored that shit, bro.
Hold on. I appreciate y'all though.
Y'all, bro.
Thank you, Black. I appreciate you as well, Black. I appreciate you. No, we're not going to say now. How do we know? No, we're not going to.
No, I mentioned that from the beginning.
I'm not allowing it anymore.
Okay.
We gotta stop because I've been
adding
the extra sauce the whole day. So we can try to have a discussion, but if we are going to keep on adding extra sauce instead of going by what we can visibly see, we would never get down to any brass tacks of what we can see because we're saying, what if this? What if that? What if that? No. We can only go off what we can see. We cannot speculate and say, we don't know what happened in those time lapses. We don't. So we shouldn't speculate about what happened in those time lapses.
Wait. To be fair, hold up, Sharon. To be fair, bro, when you say don't speculate, then what are we doing here right now?
What we doing is going by. So I'm glad you asked. What we doing is going by
analysis.
What we going by
this Timo CSI right here, bro. Timo CSI, bro.
Yeah, type shit. Yeah.
What we're doing is going by the things that we can actually see until we have different information to say otherwise.
So then we can't be speaking on anything. Then we should just say, okay, we can see the video and there's nothing to add to it. But people are adding shit to it. Why? Because we're here to talk. And we're going to discuss our opinions and our assumptions on things.
Right, and that was my initial saying 9 hours ago when I first started the stream and saying that most people, it's wild to me that everybody that's seen the video, it pushed them further to whatever side of the coin they was originally on. It didn't clarify anything to make them question anything. What it did was, so if they believe that she did something, it pushed it further that way. If they believe the cop did something, it pushed them further that way. But we are all looking at the same videos, and somehow we didn't get no closer to the middle to have a understanding of each other. It pushed us even further away to be on our sides of the red or the blue team.
Yeah, I
That's
seen that.
what I've been trying to correct.
I seen that in your description, and I was like, all right, cool. He's looking at it from what can we see on both ends of this? So it comes to some middle ground. The fact is this, though, Sharon, you're gonna know that people are gonna come in and feel some type of way. It's kind of hard to get past how people feel about the situation and then try to focus on what actually did happen, especially when you just kind of already told us we don't have the whole picture, so we should just wait and be patient. So that's really what we're here to discuss, how people should be more patient as we go forward and look at things, or we telling people to try to say, like, you know what, I get you feel this way, but let's try to, still see from the other side. Because right now, people are not going to want to that approach that second one, because people already feel the need to be right about what they feel. Because and it's true, what you feel is right. But to think that you know the whole situation, just your bias, it's just going to be hard to try to approach people from that. It's just rather tell them, hey, y'all, just wait till we get the whole picture. I get your opinions, but just hold off on that until we get the whole story.
I mean, you know what? I ain't gonna argue it, because then I'll be doing what I said that I don't want people to do.
All right, hey, Judge Bracy, let me hop in there. Hold on. Let me hop in here real quick. So I just wanna make my convictions here, so we can get both criminals in this process, their charges. So for the lady, we had charged her with forcibly assaulting an officer, resisting, opposing, impeding, intimidating, and interfering with, and or blocking.
He really want to be a lawyer for real. He
look, check it out. See what I'm saying? Look.
Go to school, dude. Go to school.
And or blocking.
Want to be the police so bad.
To forcibly interfere. Now check this out. Those are the charges. Those are the charges against her right there. And I'm throwing this right here. I'm throwing premeditated on all of this. It's all premeditated. She knew what she was doing. She came all the way from Canada out here to just cause trouble. She in wrong place, wrong time. This is my little spice I'm throwing at the end. That's on me right there. That's my opinion. Now, for him, check this out. Now, for this officer right here, I'm gonna go ahead and say, look, he had a temporary lapse in PTSD from his last accident. He needs to be immediately stripped of his title. He needs to go to that stuff where you do mental shit or whatever for I don't know how long until he's clear, but he is removed from the force immediately, that kind of situation. And, no pay. I think that's cool because she's already done, so we can't convict her. Her sentence is that.
Dang.
Now, him, what you think, Judge? Anybody?
I think that is, I like it. It's interesting. And I just want to say, this about the poll. The poll question was, is the U.S. accountable for this tragedy? 43% said yes, the U.S. is accountable for this tragedy. 43% said no.
Is that the jury?
And then the 14% said no, it was just that one ICE officer. I also want to say that we got over 1,500 votes. How crazy is that?
We breaking records, boy. Yo. Let's go. Good discussion, yo.
Over 1,500 votes, and we only got 200 likes. Hey,
all right. Prosecution rest.
Hey, somehow that makes sense, but it is all good. I'm glad that we I don't know if we actually got somewhere, but I think we got to people to have maybe hopefully check to understand that we need to get a little bit closer to humanity, a little bit closer to the middle of this specific conversation, and we gotta stop the division that the powers that be is attempting on us. We gotta pay attention to how these protests is going to keep pushing and make sure that we don't get caught up in the BS and put ourselves in danger. We're not going to tell any of our children to run away from police, so we got to be careful about saying who's right and who's wrong. Nobody is looking at this tragedy as she should have taken her life. So I want to make sure everybody on the panel understand that nobody on this panel is looking at she deserved to lose her life. Majority of people that is in understanding of it is saying that it is justified because of how the situation put together. It doesn't mean there's a deservification. Justification. and deserve.
Because some parties said they would have put more bullets in her ass, so they was kind of saying, yeah, she deserved.
Right.
I would have if you tried to murder me with a vehicle. I'm unloading the entire clip.
Judge Bracy,
I can't anymore. Hold on, I can't.
Judge Bracy, you still haven't cast your judgment and your sentence yet. And I just want to make the final statement for the prosecution real quick. And Judge, you got to give your final judgment on it. And then the defense, you guys got your chance here. You know, her sentence has already been done, so I'm not going to convict her of anything, but those are her crimes. All right. And the officer, I think he should be immediately stripped of titles and have to do evaluations and can't be back in this kind of line of work. Now, what I'm saying here is I believe that both parties are wrong in the situation. How it went down, it could have been avoided. And we went through the proper ways to conduct yourself as a citizen, which we could shortly review if you guys would like. But if you have any questions on that, I'll give you the protocol when you guys run your defense, because you guys are supposed to be defending her actions. Whoever wants to do that, I convict her of premeditated, all of that.
Okay. Well, so I think that's where you're conflating the issue. Nobody's defending her actions. The argument is that the officer's actions weren't justified. And I noticed nobody ever contended with the argument I made originally, which is the fact that even when you rewatch the video, the shot fired, he was already clear of the path of the vehicle. So who was the vehicle a threat to at that point after he got clipped?
Is that a question for the prosecution?
So that's the issue that we keep having. If we believe in the very far away video when he did the smooth criminal lean, it clearly shows.
Why you do that, man, like that, yo?
It clearly shows that he had contact.
Hey, Sharon. Wait, guys. I want to share something with you guys real quick. I want to share something with you guys. When it comes to justification, deadly force, because I'm in law enforcement, I know some justifications, okay? Justification, deadly force, you got protection of self and people, right? Defense of others. That usually applies to, civilian sector, but, it is what it is. Defense against animals. In this situation, what it sounded like, it looked like it could have been.
What the hell?
Whoa. That was a phone call, boy.
Yeah, he's getting a phone call. While he's getting his sound back.
Somebody busy.
Okay, we can hear you now. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so I was saying, justification. Basically, I was saying, for the most part, arrest, apprehension, preventing escape. So if the person was about to be arrested for some reason, and they're trying to escape, and they may seem to be a danger to society in some manner, whatever it was that they saw. Again, like, first they have a gun, then of course you're going to stop the person from doing whatever. But I don't see no justification for escape per se in the video, because we have to break some of the previous justifications in order to even use that one, if that makes sense.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. Here's the reason it doesn't make sense, Emma. There's no police department that I know of that has a policy to disable a moving vehicle by killing the driver. That's something that all the police departments, for the most part, are against. So I'm not following what you're trying to say.
So we went through that situation as well, and if the officer deems himself as getting in bodily harm, and that is his last result, and it is up to him to figure out what's his position and how fast he can move, could he get out the way and all that. So
but Sharon, he fired his first shot.
It's not up to you to say that he is Captain America and he could have did a whole backflip over the whole car in a single bound. So
if you Neo in the Matrix,
like, you believe that officers could turn into Captain America, it's a big possibility that you could get capped in America.
But Sharon, he fired the first shot when he was out of the path of the vehicle.
How y'all be just be looking over my bars? God damn. Go ahead, Mr. Work.
He fired the first shot when he was out of the path of the vehicle. So
that's not true.
It's again, hold on. So the frame of that again is why we keep having this problem, and so this is why I brought up the smooth criminal lane. He did get in contact with the car, so he was not able to get out of the way.
Trying to do me like that
fully. So it's the frame of how you are questioning it is the problem that you're going to keep having.
So Sharon, let me ask real quick.
May I respond after this next person?
No, you can't put
Sharon.
yourself in jeopardy to justify lethal force, right?
Hold on,
You see
Sharon.
how police induce danger?
Can I just go with the first rule of practical advice for citizens?
Everybody cannot try to go at once, and we see other people trying to go in before we were. Go ahead, Omni, Panda.
So let me get one and two.
Okay,
Also,
so Sherrod, so he just said the order. Please. Okay, so Sherrod, you agree that he could not have gotten out of the way.
I don't think
and avoid getting hit.
I don't think he thought so.
Okay.
Me personally, I think I'm physically fit enough to get out the way. Him himself, whatever ailments he got, the amount of weight he had on him, the condition of how the road felt under his feet, all those things.
Had them tight ass Wranglers he had on.
Right. And all
previous
that,
leg injury, yeah.
So all those things made him like, hey, I ain't jumping on that goddamn concrete.
Maybe his physical therapy wasn't good.
And this is an officer that was hit by a vehicle before,
But even with the car contact, we know he wasn't hurt. That's what I'm saying. Y'all,
but he got hit.
What if he got hit in the same leg though?
Y'all talking about
he was hospitalized.
Sharon, then you just say let's just go off what's there, not the what ifs. What if ain't happened, y'all? The nigga got hit. We all agree in that.
No,
he wasn't hurt. He wasn't hurt at all.
How do you know from his previous injury? His previous injuries.
Talked about this shit.
His previous injuries. Come on.
Hold on. Okay, so KT, what are you saying about he did not get injured? What do you mean by that?
Because y'all keep saying like, well, he could have. No, he got hit. Y'all, even we agree. Okay, it made contact. He got hit. We can't say, well, he could have got hurt. No, it hit him and he didn't.
Mm-hmm. How do you know that?
Nigga, he is there. He's on the camera. I've even went through this. It's not
so the issue is right. So I don't understand. He didn't get hurt. So
how do we know that?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
We don't have to do what ifs. He didn't get hurt. How does that stop the fact that he was in fear of his life?
Why would you be in fear of your life in the car? First of all, you put yourself in the way. That's why I keep saying, like, y'all really ignoring the facts thereof. I pointed out earlier, he's walking around the car, right? So he didn't stop in front of the car at first. He walked around the motherfucker. And if you stop anywhere in front of a car, who stops in front of a car? Before the car hit him, she backed up. The other dude literally grabbed her car and she backing up. He didn't have to grab the car. That's all I'm saying. My point too is the de-escalation. Where's the de-escalation?
So this is the problem I have with you. Who didn't have to grab the car?
The other agent.
The agent that was to her left. The problem is you're conflating two different people, and you're trying to act like the other people. So okay, so if it's either you talking about the one that grabbed the door, or you talking about the one that did the shot. You cannot talk about both of them and act like it's the same person.
I didn't. What the fuck?
You are.
I just said separately, and the other agent didn't even have to grab her door. He escalated. I mean, he escalated that. Like they didn't before we talking about the car hitting him. She started backing up because the other one grabbed the door, right?
Okay, so he grabbed the door because he told her a command, correct?
Yes. Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm not. That's what I said. I'm not. We're not disagreeing about no argument. I mean, whether the legality of it.
All you gotta do is answer the question so we can have an understanding. So he told her to get out the car. So therefore, once he told her to get out the car, her driving is not escalating the situation?
No.
Okay, so that's where we disagree. I don't understand how you disagree.
No.
Randy?
Sharon, that's what I'm talking about. Because we're not talking about my point is the officer's job is the de-escalation and things of that nature. We're regular citizens. We're not they're supposed to be taught on de-escalation.
No, man.
It's not, I don't know, man. What de-escalation classes have any of y'all took in life? Please tell me.
I need you to slow down. You are acting as if this is a whole 10-minute video. This thing happened in all of 5 seconds. So you trying to act like he could have de-escalated from get out the car and her backing up. Like, what is the de-escalation of a person backing up and trying to flee. Go ahead.
No, we know all together. This like is 5 minutes. He walked around her car once, came back. Other dude pulled up. You acting like that. You talking about the point that you trying to point out. The whole situation did happen over a couple minutes, nigga. What are we talking about here?
Okay, but N-word, look at all the activity that occurred, though. She threw money at him.
Please hold on. This is a problem that I keep having. If we could just stay focused on the progression of the situation, we don't have to make things up just to prove whatever bias we have in our head. We cannot say the person that didn't say anything that was videotaped was escalating it. Right? So this way you cannot add in the officer that was walking around and also add in the person that grabbed the door as that is the same person.
I said that's the reason for the movement. The other guy movement, the other dude approaching. That's the first escalation. So you talking about the car moving? You talking about the car moving?
KT, can you please slow
down? The car hit
him,
him, right?
Okay, KT, you want to be right, or we want to just comment on what we are seeing?
I want to stop wasting time on shit we done already been through.
No,
all right.
So I'm not going to talk to you then.
Can
I
do the?
Oh my fucking! I'm done with the show because y'all motherfuckers just don't have no patience whatsoever.
Sharon, may I real quickly?
Every time y'all interrupt, it bothers me because I listen to y'all intently. I pay attention to y'all words. I really do listen. So it bothers me when y'all just interrupt and we can't even hold the line of just saying, hey, it was supposed to be Omni Panda the Emperor, right? First of all, I allowed him to jump in. KT, I allowed you to jump in, and I cannot get a clear thought, so this way we can have a clear understanding of what both of us is trying to get, because you are trying to prove a point instead of just have a conversation with me. It aggravates the shit out of me when we could just not look at something for what it is and comment on what we said. One thing I want to say about Bomb, me and her was able to have an agreement because she's not trying to prove a point. She's just commenting on what she is seeing. And that's why we are able to have conversations with disagreements. Like, it's so easy for us to see the same thing and still have disagreements, but still answer each other without thinking the other person is trying to mislead them into something. That's why me and Bob was able to have a conversation.
You be the only one bothered for
why?
Real,
I don't understand. I just told you that. I don't know how many times, KT, I told you that this bothers me that you try to just jump in as I'm talking. I didn't even take a breath. I did not even show a pause, and you still attempted to overtalk me. That is wild to me when I just said it bothers me, and you still do it. I don't know if that means that you don't give a fuck about what I'm saying, or that you just don't have no respect for me, or you think I'm not like that, or whatever you think does. I promise you, it ain't that simple. I don't know what y'all think. I don't know what y'all think that grown man squabbling is just one person getting their ass whipped. It don't go like that. I don't understand why we try to act like we could just over talk. So KT, you get the floor. Say what you gotta say. Panda's next, then the Emperor.
Thank you.
I'll be good, bro. You be wildly mad. You gotta tell. I don't like. Listen, I say it every time I come up here, y'all gonna insult me a bunch. I'm not. Most of the time, y'all not going. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna agree with y'all, but every time y'all probably gonna tell me like, "Oh, you saying some shit I disagree with." Cool. I'm not. It's all right, brother. Everybody else can speak their piece. I'm good. I have nothing more to say. I don't want to upset you.
Well, you did. Oh, Sharon, Bracy, and to the reasonable people on the panel, friendly reminder, key takeaway, you may use force only when you face a real and immediate threat. Sharon, Bracy, when we were, once again, thank you, Sharon, for breaking down frame by frame by frame. You too, Uda. The whole 10 hours, frame by frame by frame, and response. You can see the two officers, one officer at the driver's side, hand on the window was rolled down, and then there was an officer in front of the vehicle. You can easily see the officer, once her vehicle was in motion, the vehicle was coming towards him. He pulls out the weapon, brandishes the weapon, and then like a few seconds, like maybe like a tenth of a second later, you see shots fired, the smoke. That vehicle was in motion and it was going towards the officer who was in front of the vehicle. There was also the other officer at the driver's side, and then the lesbiana wife was on the other side of the vehicle looking in horror. Also, like I said, you may face a real and immediate threat, like I explained. A reasonable person would see no other option. Bracy, your entire panel today over the course of 9 hours, reasonable men, reasonable Black men who are not only quoting, they are citing United States Code, they are also making very reasonable assessments to what occurred that day. The force used is no more than necessary. It was only 3 loads. You had Omni who said he would unload the whole clip. That may be unnecessary, but 3 clips to a vehicle that is coming straight to you, and like you made a very good point, Bracy, all of this is occurring in a very short period of time. You can actually time from that moment when the lesbiana wife threw money at the officer to when the shots fired. We can see how long that was. Honestly, it was probably like maybe 5 minutes, and it's all occurring in real time. The response stops when the threat stops. Oh yeah, she stopped, and then she was unalived, and then she pulled into those parked vehicles. I yield. Thank you, Bracy.
No doubt. Go ahead.
What was wrong
We
with
saying lesbiana from now on.
It's
a part of the lexicon. I just want to let you know.
Lesbiana.
Appreciate you for that, Ponder.
especially in that calm voice. Yo, lesbiana is hilarious. Sorry to laugh at that, but it is hilarious. Go ahead.
They are lesbianas.
Go ahead, Emperor.
You're on mute.
Damn. See, look. Caught me. Because I was like, I'm ready now. All right, so I just want to start with some basics here. So if the stop for a federal matter, right, is suspect, example here, immigration violation, obstruction, that's a reason. All right, so if she's doing that or any other crime, it starts off as a misdemeanor. It can escalate. Now, she escalated things in many ways. We'll get that. So once lawfully detained, when they say get out of the vehicle, you don't want to leave. All right, let's talk. Once they say you're detained, get out. All right. Refusing to exit can be treated as non-compliance or resistance, potentially leading to escalation, use of force, additional charges, which is where we described all the charges, obstruction, etc., or arrest. Now, she was supposed to be arrested. Now, here's practical compliance right here. Practical advice for citizens, U.S. citizens. Comply with the order to exit. If the stop appears lawful, okay, do so slowly, keeping your hands visible to avoid sudden movements for safety. All right. You can ask, am I free to go? Why am I being stopped, to clarify the situation, as Judge Bracy has noted many times. Okay. Did she do any of those things? I don't think so. But I'm not done yet. Hold on. Just let me finish. Because she's in the bag. All right. So if you do not have to answer questions about immigrant status, okay, citizenship, or other matters, plead the fifth, remain silent, simply say, I wish to remain silent, or I invoke my right to remain silent. Okay. Refuse to consent to searches. Clearly, you can say this. I do not consent to any searches of me, my vehicle, or my belongings. Federal agents generally need probable cause, consent, or warrant to search. Okay. So this is all key stuff. Now, if you believe that the stop was unlawful, do not resist physically. Did she do this? Okay, hold on. You guys can answer that in a second. First, comply, then document details, officers' names, badges, times, locations, witnesses, all these camera angles. And see, here we go. She could have been free and clear right now. So hold on and challenge it later with a lawyer, complaint, or court. Record the interaction if safe. First Amendment, right? You can do that in public spaces, but do not interfere. That is standard procedure for any citizen, if you did not know.
Go ahead, Marvel.
Yo, Sharon, can I get in real quick just for a second?
Yep.
All right, so I just want to clear things up, guys. ICE operates very differently than local law enforcement. They also operate very differently even from military. We do not operate under the same guidelines or rules or anything. I went to go look them up just to see what they're about, and I can't use anything that I've known about law enforcement or military when it comes to ICE. ICE can damn near blur the Fourth Amendment. That's why they're so controversial. They have a somewhat overreach and deception. They can be very deceptive in how they approach. So and they have all means and justification to do so to get the means done. So this whole discussion we have is not that it's a moot, but there's a lot more that we have to admit that we don't know in terms of how they operate, because they're not operating under law enforcement at all.
Right.
Okay, I can rebuttal that real quick.
No, it's okay. Hold on. Before you rebuttal, Uda, do you want to say anything?
Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead and go.
Good? Okay, Uda's good. I wanted to make sure everybody was good first. Bomb, do you want to jump in at this point?
Yeah.
Are you good for the meantime? Okay.
I want to agree with what my brother just said. Marvelous opinion. And I think the young lady up here, the AI up here, she agreed with him to a degree as well. And I agree with Uda because he didn't say shit. Okay. And I agree with Sharon. Anyway, I just want y'all to know, look, nothing wrong with us disagreeing with each other, y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even when we see the same thing, because like Sharon said it, you said it perfectly. We can see the same thing, but see different things because we're looking for different things. Right. You know what I mean? So when we slow it down and everybody's looking at the same thing, then that's when some of us have to, agree with certain things that we see. But we also know that there's cause and effects and things that could be there that we don't see. You know what I mean? So I think that's what our conversation is usually about, the things we don't see. I think Marvin said that too, right? We make speculations. So it's all good, but it's a great conversation. And I love you all. Okay.
Hey, Bomb, yeah. Shout out to Bomb Cherry.
Go ahead. Before we got Mr. Work, we're gonna go Detroit and then Mr. Work.
Wait, Detroit up here?
He just got here. Yeah, he just got here.
Oh, the infamous Detroit. All right.
Hey,
Just got it.
He sounds good too. There you go.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Detroit.
Hey,
okay, about our dream.
I ain't, if you are, I ain't gonna say
okay. And make sure you tell the truth, Detroit.
Well, I was gonna say if Mr. Work want to go first, I'm still doing some stuff here, but
I love how y'all don't like.
I just want to say, Mr. Detroit,
I love how y'all don't like how I run my show. I really do.
I just want to give Mr. Detroit a shout out real quick, bro. You are so logical. You always try to keep it as least biased as possible. I appreciate the way you break things down and you try to redeliver it the same as Sharon does. You guys are doing real good. Uda, you know what I'm saying? On go, you know what I mean? Boy, turn that. You feel me? Hey, you guys put it in. I fucks with y'all.
I want y'all to know, KT, I'm on your side, baby. I'm on your side, okay? I got your back. I love you.
And I dropped the link for people that's on the Uda side that want to join. The link is dropped. So y'all are more than welcome.
If you want me to go ahead, I'll go.
No.
Yeah, what you got? What you got, Big D? What you got, bro? What you got?
This will work.
I've been waiting for this moment.
I just want to say, yeah, nobody refuted the argument that I made, which was the fact that the police officer put himself in danger, and then that's when he carried it. On top of that, once the vehicle passed him or clipped him, he was no longer in the path of the vehicle, hence he's no longer a threat. But if you carry that out too, if you think about it, which one's more of a threat to those officers? A vehicle that's controlled by the woman, or a vehicle that is not controlled by anybody because the person is was murdered and their foot is on the gas pedal? You see, so they're actually creating a bigger threat in that situation. On top of that, when I say police-induced danger, right? And the officer, if he were to track his movement with like a vector line, he's moving towards the vehicle at all times. He doesn't move away or off the line of path. He doesn't make a hard right and try to get out of the way of the vehicle.
Hold on, let me say, LA Project, you got a goddamn wrench. Share the goddamn link. God damn it. All right, go ahead, Mr. Work, because I believe Detroit wanted to respond to you. That's
right, so he might be moving to the side, but he's moving to the side and forward towards the vehicle. He's not just moving to the side to try to get out the way of the vehicle. So here's an analogy, and I got two, right? if an officer was arguing with the person, right? And it was like, hey, put your hands up, and they're on the street. And then the officer takes out his taser and tosses it to the person. Now that person can pick up the taser and shoot the officer with the taser. He's creating a situation in which the use of escalation of force is now justified. If he steps in front of the car, now at that point, the use of deadly force is now justified. If a car was going down the street really fast, and an officer jumps in front of it and attempts to say, hey, stop, stop, stop. If the car doesn't stop, now the officer has the justification to just pull out his gun and shoot into that vehicle. Do you see how if you allow that, that means basically police can put themselves in a situation to which lethal force is then justified and then execute citizens. That's what I'm saying.
We can't forget that their line of work it implies a certain level of danger that comes with that job. So you have to keep that accountable. So it kind of weakens that argument.
Wait. Before we go the argument, I want to know: is this guy a police officer or not? Is he a police officer? Or is
yes, he is. He's a federal. He's a federal officer.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Is he a local police officer or is he an ICE agent?
He's a federal officer.
Look, you said you can't answer the question. I said ICE agents or police officer locally. Those are your two answers. Nothing else.
You already know the answer. He's an ICE agent.
So so right now he's being disingenuous because that's the whole point. Like you're talking about things, you're conflating things, correlating things that are not the same. You cannot speak about this guy like he's a local authority, and he's not that at all. You cannot use references from local enforcement on a federal agent. It's not the same capacity.
And you can't deal with them the same way. You're absolutely right. You have to deal with them differently. You have to comply.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's not your local sheriff down the road that you know, like a homie. It's not him.
That's the main point. When you have the federal government in your city, your neighborhood, comply. There is an active operation. These two women, the lesbianas, wanted to buck their chest to the federal government. And now the consequence, one of them is unalived and their children has no mother.
Well, their children still has a mom.
Marvelous. Keep it marvelous. Because it seemed like you got some kind of knowledge about like the law enforcement and things like that, right? Because we already see that they say some people say military people, they may be bursting 3-round bursts and things like that. But do you know of any law enforcement training that they tell you that you should shoot once to like the cast of the pack?
I hear what you're saying, Udo. But look at this, bro. I can't. I'm saying right now, I'm not qualified to speak for a federal agent, especially when the rules. I just looked the rules up. The rules are totally different. I'm saying their rules are totally different than ours.
I'm talking about on a local level, from what you know on a local level.
Oh, local level. There's some. I would say we're more alignment with local because we have a Simulation Crimes Act. Because we can assume the laws that they have locally and stuff. We can also get what do you call that? Mutual aid with those guys. They can help us with situations like an active shooter or something like that. You get mutual aid. There is. But as far as what feds do, nah, it's totally different. Because even when they come on my ship, for instance, they got totally different rules. They operate totally differently.
Okay. Gentlemen on this channel, if I may, think about something. The other wife, she literally threw money at a federal ICE agent. Think about that. When do men, when men throw money, throw like cash dollars, throw money, that's what N-words do to hoes.
Well, they hoes.
That's what
they
did.
That
is what
he was throwing money at some hoes.
And she threw $1 and I
hoes.
Hey, so hold on.
I just that mentality, Bracy.
I think
think about the mentality of an AI generated whatever to actually come up with this shit.
Right, and imagine
y'all
that
ain't
she
tired of this shit yet, man. Y'all ain't tired of that.
The white motherfuckers.
Hey, Alexa,
Alexa, when they throw money at white women, they not.
But also, I want to say the reason why Drake got slapped is because he threw money at Diddy. All right, so hey,
he will, but
I'm just letting you know. Hey, look, you throw money at a man, you're going to most likely get met with violence, unless you.
Diddy ended up being a hoe.
Unless you're a fighter complex and you're a stripper and you're doing it for money,
But this is what I'm saying, Bracy. Like, dude, they were being confrontational, not just non-compliant. Non-compliant is one thing. But when we step into the realm of confrontational, she says, "Come at me, bro." She says, "Do you want to come at me?" She's throwing money and all of this in his face.
That's intimidating. Mm-hmm.
And then
especially coming from a woman, right?
When he stands in front of a car.
From that
So laws are supposed to be different for women than men.
What law did she break throwing money at him? What law did she break throwing money at him?
From. We're talking about illegal matters. Sir.
What law did she break throwing money?
We're talking about intimidation.
We're talking about illegal matters.
What law is that?
She's obstructing justice, is she not?
I just said it.
What law is that?
It's right here.
Intimidation? By throwing money at somebody?
You want me to read it again?
So I didn't even finish my entire
definition of intimidation by throwing money at you.
So when someone's being when someone is being confrontational with you, and then they give a directive while you're standing in front of a stopped vehicle to the driver to then hit the gas and
standing
drive.
in front of a stopped vehicle. I thought it was moving.
It was moving when she ran him over.
Oh. But when he was
stopped
standing in
when
front
they
of
pulled up.
It wasn't a threat, right? Because
it was a threat when she hit the gas. It was a threat when she hit the gas.
Absolutely.
Didn't he circle around that vehicle twice?
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
It was a threat when she hit the gas when he was standing directly in front of it.
The car's a threat all the time. He stood in front of the car and in back of the car multiple times. So he knew it was a threat.
A stopped car is a threat at all times.
He didn't feel threatened enough.
That car
was in park. That car was in park. A stopped car is in park. Her car was not in park. He walked behind that car and in front of that car.
How does he know that the car is parked or not?
Because you can see that she hasn't engaged if you look at the light on the back of her car.
Let's go to the lights.
But that's the thing. Y'all look at videos to try and fit your narrative.
You made a claim.
Instead of looking at the facts in the video.
You made a claim. Right? Does anybody remember that the lights were on or off?
Ain't anybody remembering. Go look at the video.
That's what I'm saying.
So you ain't got to worry about my memory or yours.
Substantiate their own arguments, y'all. We gotta let people substantiate their own arguments. People do not need help. Like, I don't know why people think they could do everything better than everybody else. Let people work their own discussions out, please.
Okay.
Go ahead. Detroit and Omni's having a conversation. Allow them to have.
Where is the back of the car? Because that would the brake lights would determine.
I'll let you go look for that while I talk, then, bro. You know, I've been putting in the chat here, and I don't know if anybody's done it or not, but just very simply, you know, so that way we could say it's unbiased, and y'all ain't gotta worry about what I'm saying or anything like that. Just very simply, just put into whatever AI you like to use. Ask your AI, and I'll put it back in the chat here on YouTube. But according to Title I, Organization and Functions, and Section 1 through 16 of the Department of Justice policy on use of force, was the officer in the RENEE Good shooting justified based on his cell phone video? So you can go. I ain't got to say anything else. You guys go look at your own. I put it in there. I won't run through all of mine because y'all not gonna believe it anyway. So just go look it up yourself, because based on DOJ policies, which none of you guys are deciphering, you're reading it and trying to pinpoint where you're right instead of just reading the law and noting that this young lady didn't sign the DOJ policy slip when she started working for the ICE. The ICE agents have a responsibility to do lawful work. And when they break those policies, no matter what these citizens are doing, they have to be accountable for the policies that they broke. So regardless of whatever you want to say about them, if you're talking about, you believe in ICE, then you probably have some views about ICE and probably got views about people of a different color and whether they should be here or not. If you bring up their sexuality, then you don't have no fucking point. You just have a problem with people who are homosexual.
They are, let's be honest, though, just saying.
And you have a problem with lesbians because I don't know what that has to do with them getting shot.
Why not? They're together.
What part of their lesbian nature got them shot? What part of the lesbian in order them to get killed?
So
in your eyes, because they were lesbiana, it was okay that they died.
Who bucked their chest
because of what you feel. It was okay for them to die. You keep leading
it should be expected of all law enforcement to get run over by cars.
Stay what's on the tip of your brain. You know those things don't hide, and you keep bringing it up. It's just weird that it's AI doing this, all right? Or that somebody would hide behind that they are AI. That's some weak ass shit too. It's like cosplaying, ain't it? Ain't somebody acting like they AI like a form of cosplay?
The lesbiana should have kept
Ain't that what that is? They don't feel comfortable in their own skin, so they put on some kind of facade. Ain't that what that is? I hate to read your
talking about the
Okay, all right, hold on. Okay, so hold on. I just want to hold on. I just want to understand. Do we think that 5 minutes that just went by, do we think that actually helped the conversation?
Not at all.
No, it made me feel good though. I felt so good.
Prosecution still stands.
Your feelings.
So
this is
no, because I'm sitting here listening to remedial people try to explain their biases to y'all.
Law enforcement should be expected. This is the standard that we're setting.
Trying to explain their biases.
This is what happens. What we're saying. Law enforcement should be expected to just stand there in front of a car and get ran over.
Anybody check those lights yet?
That's what we're saying.
Hey, people, can I jump in real quick? Hey.
Hold on, y'all.
Hey, my name is Tiffany.
Let's bring in somebody that's trying to actually have a conversation instead of just
salute Tiff. Hey, Tiff.
Boast themselves.
Hey.
I ain't trying to post myself though. Don't do that.
I'm going to give context to my argument, okay? First, we have 2,000 ICE agents dumped into the city, right? These agents are half trained. They dumbed down the training just to get these people in there. They gave them a whole bunch of money to put them on the street. These people aren't trained to deal with civilian people within cities. So they're going from door to door. They're not going to the jails or main places. They're going from door to door, knocking on people's doors, looking for illegals. If you're dark skinned, if you have a different type of language, if you're going to be targeted. That's the first thing. So the people in that city are signaling the immigrants or the people of color by whistles. And I don't know if she was obstructing traffic because the video that I seen, she waved people around. She was waving people around. And if you
it was obstructing traffic.
But she waved people around her.
Right, because she was in the middle of the road and she told people, yeah, drive around my car.
But they went around her and was able to.
They were able to get around her.
Hold on, slow down. So that's the definition of impede, by the way.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes, I just want to give you the definition so this way people can stop arguing the semantics.
Chart number 2 sticks.
Okay.
It's not Tep. I'm just saying so this way because they're trying to get stuck on the impede part. I just want to clear it up so you could just move forward with your full thought. So impeding means that you are, so if the person have to go around you, that will be considered impeding. So go ahead to finish your full thought, because that's not even to full thought. That was just a piece of what she was saying. Go ahead, finish your full thought, Tiff.
So we all see her in the middle of the street. We see cars going around her. Through the officer's camera video, it shows him videotaping all around her car. She says, "What's up, dude? I'm not mad at you." That's what the driver says. He walks all around the car. He goes back up to the side of the car, front of the car with the wife or whatever. He goes into his vehicle, into the door of his vehicle. And then you see the wife turn to try to get into the car because the other agent is coming to try to jiggle her car handle. That's when she starts to panic. He's at her door handle. She's panicking. And then she starts to back up. The officer comes from his side. The shooting officer comes from his side of the vehicle and slides in front of it as to stop the vehicle with his body. And then that's when he plants his feet, changes his cell phone from his left hand to his right hand, pulls his weapon, and he shoots her. He falls over to the side of the vehicle. You can see at one time his feet were on the out of the direction of the vehicle. He leaned over and shot her 2 additional times. And then the vehicle takes off. So he didn't have to shoot her. He had time to get out of the way because he took 2 steps over, was out of the way, and reached back in and shot her 2 times.
Okay. Omni, you want to respond?
I'm sorry?
Would you like to respond to anything that Tiff said? Because I know you're on the opposite side, so that's why I'm asking.
Got you. So what happened is that, yes, the last 2 shots were from the side of the vehicle. That's because the vehicle had already ran him over at that point. The first shot was dead in front because when her wife instructed her to drive, she drove and hit the man. You can literally hear the thud of the impact and then the first shot rings out. So
did you see her turning
to make because what people are supposing is that ICE is just out here trying to jack people up because they're on a power trip just for the fun of it. And while in some cases I'll grant you that might be true, this isn't one of them. This man literally got hurt. I mean, literally got hit by the vehicle, and then he fired back. Like, I don't understand what is not to be understood. So are we suggesting that law enforcement should just, under the threat of getting ran over, should just do nothing?
No, he should not have stepped inside the vehicle from where he was. He came in front of the vehicle, and she's turning her wheel. You can clearly try to see her turning her wheel to turn away from him.
Right there,
She's
right there.
frantically
Could he? I just want to ask, because you've been respectful. So I just want to ask, can he see that if he's standing right up on the vehicle? Would he be able to see a tire turn if he's standing directly in front of the vehicle and we saw him leaning, smooth criminal leaning on top of the hood?
He could see her turn the wheel. His video has her turning the wheel on it.
Turning the wheel, and he still got hit.
He should not have walked in front of the vehicle. He came from his door side.
When he was in front of the vehicle, was the vehicle stopped when he was walking in front of the vehicle?
Correct.
You still don't get in front of the vehicle.
Okay,
That's
so
not how
he was in front of the vehicle, and the vehicle was stopped, and then she was instructed. She followed the directive. This is what y'all keep missing. She followed the directive of her wife, but not of law enforcement, to get out of the car. But she would follow the directive to drive while there is someone in front of her vehicle.
Sir, he was jiggling her door. He was jiggling her doorknob. He was trying to get her out of there.
No, that's the other officer. There were two officers. That the other officer jiggled the door handle. Right. The officer in question that got hit was in front.
Right, listen, which is not a part of police training. So why was he in front of the car in the first fucking place?
Right, he should never have slid there in the first place. But if you have somebody coming from your driver passenger side, jiggling your door handle, you don't see this man coming from the other side get in front of your vehicle, and she's just trying to get away. She turns to swerve him, but she got somebody else on her other side too.
Yeah, but
maybe she didn't see him.
Tiffany, are you listen to what you're saying? She moved her vehicle. Her vehicle was at a full standstill, and then just like Omni said, she decided to listen to the spouse and not listen to the federal ICE agent. She made the decision.
What did the ICE agent tell her?
That she made the decision to move her vehicle. She put her vehicle in motion while there are two ICE agents, one in the front, one in the side. This was her decision. Just accept that.
She backs up.
She backs up the vehicle in motion.
Right. She backs up because the guy's at the door, and then she did not see the other guy slide. He slid his butt in front of the car, and she tried to, at that time, maneuver out of his way.
Maneuver means vehicle in motion.
First off, the only reason why she backed up was because her car, if you go back to the video.
Again, vehicle in motion. Everything that you and Tiffany are saying goes right back to my point.
But nothing you're talking about vehicle in motion has anything to do with DOJ policies.
Is in motion while your
AI. Look up DOJ policies and say anything that it says about those movements.
Vehicle in motion. Once again, I am AI. And what did I
car was parked, but not in a park. It wasn't in park gear. If you look at the video, her car was in reverse.
I have a question for the defense.
He walked around. Hold on. Hear me out.
You put your vehicle in motion. You made
whatever. Just listen.
You are facing a real and immediate threat.
When he walked behind that car, hold on. When he walked behind the car,
it's not a real or immediate threat. Are you telling AI right now? You're looking it up right now, and I'm telling you, I am AI, that
when he walked behind the car, when he walked behind the car and the car was in reverse.
You better shut the fuck talking over Detroit, girl. I don't even know why you just keep letting this bitch keep running your mouth. I'm talking here and shut her the whole fuck up. Nobody listening to you.
What would you
have respect
done
the man who is moving your vehicle? What is going on? Running.
Can I ask the defense a question?
Bomb doing that for
Honorable
something like
Judge
that.
Bracey.
Let me say this really quick before you go, Empire.
Just one question for the defense. Go ahead, boss.
Really quick. when you look at that video, her car is still in reverse. The reason why she goes in reverse isn't because she shifted into reverse, is because she was stopped in reverse with her foot on the brake. So when she first took her foot off the brake, when the officer grabbed her door, the first thing the car is going to do if it's already in reverse is do what? Back up. So going back to your statement, he walked behind that, he walked in front of her car first, and then walked around to the back of her car while it's still in gear for reverse. If you look at the video, the lights for reverse lights are on. So when didn't he put himself in danger if he walked behind a vehicle that was in gear?
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Hey, Uda, you there? Because Uda got the video. Okay, let's instead of all this, I don't understand.
Which one? What part of it you want to see?
I want to see his video, the officer video when he walked behind the vehicle.
I'm okay. I could run my channel.
I'll go there right now.
So,
cell phone footage?
Yes, of his cell phone.
Okay, cell phone, Renee, right?
Honorable Judge Bracy, just one question. Can I ask the question and answer the question that Detroit had?
No.
He wants to catch me lying.
No, I'm not. I was just gonna give you the
not
answer.
you. No, Sharon does. Ain't no lying allowed on his channel, so he's trying to make sure.
How am I trying to, that is crazy.
I don't want that.
No, I just wanted to cross-examine the defense on this one.
No, hold on. One
Not
thing
yet.
at a time. We are trying to have way too many conversations at once.
I want to get the one I just had. I go up to mine. Which one is it? All right, cool. Hold on. Let me go into
I don't know why y'all think I'm trying to do something that I'm not trying to do.
They literally bundled up
that's why I'm not in my-
just to antagonize ICE. These women put on a parka, a jacket, like
You have a problem with those women.
all of that.
Hold
just to
on,
You have a
antagonize
problem with
ICE.
those women.
Fonda, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Everybody just be patient. We just gonna go by what we see instead of adding stuff.
This is why we do our research, baby.
Speed it up, right? Speed it up.
No, whatever. He just
Nah, you
want
gotta go slow.
to show the guy walking around, and so we could just observe.
Because I'm trying to credible danger,
Boom.
right? Reasonable danger. And when
There's
you
the
get to the
sirens.
back of that vehicle, I want you to pause it so we can see the light.
Hold up. You heard what she says, right? It's loud enough. Where's my speaker?
I'm not mad at you, bro.
Put my mic up. Hold up. Let's go back a little bit. Pause.
That's the last words we heard her say. I'm not mad at you, bro.
She says, "I'm not mad at you. It's okay. I'm not mad at you." Something like that.
But we're not even concerned about what she's saying.
Right there, pause.
Change our plates every
Go
morning.
back
just so you
to the
know.
light.
Just let the video play. It's gonna show the
back,
light.
right? Go back.
Yeah, he want to show the
Go
light.
back to the brake lights.
That's fine, dude.
And pause it when you get to the brake light.
There's the siren.
Disturbing.
Did you see the brake light on this? I think you did.
That's fine.
I saw it. They were on.
So pause it right there.
Hey, brake light. Hold up.
Yeah,
Back
y'all
a little
just
bit,
saw that
a little
though.
bit more.
Right there.
Right there.
So that is a sign of a car that's engaged in reverse. Did this officer just walk right behind that car when it was in reverse?
Correct.
Yes. Correct.
So how can you establish that he felt danger if he walked behind a vehicle that's in gear?
Because that's not the show of danger.
When the law is don't engage with a vehicle according to the DOJ policies.
Right, but I don't understand how you could play those things. Why would he?
What I'm saying is
why
he
would
put
he
himself
assume that
in a
he's
line
in
of danger
He
by
didn't
walking
give us-
in and around a car that was in gear.
Hold on, but we
He
going
took
by
two
the
steps back.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, please, because we going by the video.